Hello and welcome to BonkTable. I'm Mass, and with me today is our Spires intern Skillen. Present yourself out of
Hey,
the printer room. There he is.
I am Skillen. New
I
Spires has arrived.
Are you excited? Have you been printing more drones?
I'm kind of excited. I don't know. I'm thoroughly okay.
Yeah. So I I've read through it. We played a game. I kind of see where a lot of power is. Like for army rules, I think they're in a good spot. Warlord traits are in a good spot. Regiments are in a better spot. Like one of the big things this update really did was remove a lot of the headache or the overarching like thought process and Rube Goldberging stuff together,
Yeah.
and just streamlined a lot of stuff. What's really nice in Spires, like it's still Spires. It still has a lot of interesting stuff. There's the new strain mechanic, what's like interesting and fun, and it's kind of like not necessarily
Decay,
a
like
yeah.
decay
Go.
actually you have to care about. It does well, I mean, you don't have to worry about it, but you have to take it into account. That's good. They made it hit exactly average instead of you could spike and explode or nothing happens. Like you get off for free. So
Oh yeah, and I think it's a much better choice than what they were doing before with it. And
yeah, I
also a lot of the
agree.
benefits are actually like pretty decent. The plus one cleave from Brute Drones I think is kind of like the peak or a really good one there. So
Yeah. They're cheaper. They went back down in price. Um
yeah, like I'm happy with what Parabellum did with Spires, to be honest. I like beforehand, I would not have touched Spires simply because it's just a lot of headache to do a lot of basic things or to get a little bit more off of the basic thing. And now it's like, oh, you get to do cool stuff. Okay, cool. I'm happy. Awesome.
Yeah, so like old spires would be like, okay, I need to take all of my like cheap units, like my 90 to 120 point units, and I need to do three or four things in order to debuff the enemy and bump myself up, and then I hit you with like a unit of like Strix and then explode like some unit that they should not have no business killing. And then you need to do that like four or so times in the game, and then if you consistently trade up with your garbage, then at the end of the game you can hold on. Now it's just kind of like, yeah, I don't need to do all of that stuff. Like it's still about like taking your kind of cheap units and like making them hit harder than they should. It's so as always with spires, it's kind of like if your light units don't trade up early, you've probably lost, but they don't require as much like interaction with other units anymore. So
I'm gonna say something really funny. The
hmm,
art or the Parabellum PDF website, the printable version still has the
it's the
old
old
Spire.
one.
Yeah, I opened that up and
Yep.
I'm like reading through it, and I'm just like, oh, okay, sweet, thanks.
Call back to a different time. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
noticed that this morning too.
God
Um,
damn it.
I will say my take on it is pretty much they took what essentially was like from like a faction from like the 1.5 edition of this game, and then just kind of like updated it to be on par with like with the style of every other faction,
Yeah.
right? Like post rework Wadroon, post rework like Dwig, post rework 100k, post rework like um Nords, and it's just kind of like it's okay.
You know what? I wouldn't say it's okay. I think it just does well. Like I think this is a
I mean,
solid 7.5 out of 10.
oh, the rework itself is good.
Yeah, and
The
like
faction strength overall is like I just mean like the playing it, the experience of it. It's just kind of
okay.
like yeah, it's okay. There's nothing particularly bad, but there's
No,
also nothing like super exciting. So
yeah, they like there's some interesting stuff in here, but like overall it's in a good spot. Parabellum did well. I'd put it around 100k power level,
yeah,
and yeah.
yeah,
So yeah,
and
that's
they've traditionally been about on par with each other, so that's
yeah.
fine.
So yeah, that's it. So Spire's good. See ya.
Are the Redditors gone yet?
I was gonna give it a full 30 seconds. I might have to edit that. But I was actually watching the clock counting. 5:15. Yeah. Anyway, hey, how you doing? You still here? You wanna talk about Spire? You wanna know more? You wanna go actually in depth and like have all that
the
fun?
dark lore.
Yeah. You know what? Come on. Come into the back. We'll show you all the weird fucked up shit, and we're gonna talk about it. Hey, so, to be honest, I think Spires is actually like in a good spot for a lot of regular people, and people are gonna be like casual and competitive. Blah. I'm like, I don't care, fuck off. I think it's gonna be in a really good spot for a lot of players who pick up the game, play at their local game store, enjoy it. I think they're gonna do well at a local tournament as people play the faction, and
if you're not competing against the top, I don't know, 10% of the competitive players of Conquest, you're gonna have fun. It's gonna be great. You're gonna be like, this is awesome. I love them.
Yep, I 100% agree with that. I think you're gonna do fine at locals. I think Spires is currently gonna have some growing pains with people trying to figure out lists and figure out tech. There's a lot of stuff in Spires that's changed, and a lot of
we have to re-explore it.
Yeah. There's 100%. Everyone's gonna have to re-explore. There's a lot of like. Don't get me wrong. I do a lot of lurking, like, but there's a lot of takes on Spires being like, it's really weak. This is really bad. And like, nah. There's some good, solid things in Spires. Like it's a solid 7.5. There's nothing that like stands out, but there's nothing that says I am useless. In this entire
I wish that the rest of the game was balanced to be on par with this.
Yeah, like
honestly, that's how I feel.
Yeah, well, we're not.
That's how I feel.
We're not doing latest game balance because that's a discussion for a whole other podcast. But it's in a good spot. But I also agree. Like, I don't think Spires has play into the current boogeyman. I don't think it has play into Dwag. I don't think it has.
They don't got the juice.
Kings,
they're not that guy.
Euroni, Old Dominion. Like I think those factions that are at the top right now and those types of players are just going to show Spires a really rough time in the parking lot.
Oh yeah, they're gonna get steamrolled. Like, yeah, it's gonna be rough.
And then the children are going to stab it.
Yeah. So the bottle kids show up.
Bottle kids. What a great
then you get hit with a bottle, and you're like, oh, geez. Like, that sucks.
Should we... I want to kind of go over... we should probably, like, give people actual... We're going to go over the new, I guess, army rules, the new sub-factions, the strains, and then, like, the supremacies, and then we can kind of, like, talk about various things that come to mind, because, like, we got to talk about the Merchant Prince, we got to talk about the Biomancers and the Ferromancer. We gotta hit that. We gotta hit probably Brute Drones simply because they are very good for what they're doing, and I think I want people. Yeah,
we can like run over. We can run over like each of the segments, and then I'll just try to like highlight the stuff that's like notable and different instead of just like if something is like mostly the same or isn't interesting, then like I won't really comment on it so much. Yeah. So.
Deso consumption.
According to my opinion,
my opinion is like I've already given it. Spires is in a decent spot. It's not going to break into top tables. I don't think it's going to podium place at like 32 plus person events. But I think at your local 12, 16 person, it's going to do fine. You can podium place with this. I think you could bring this to local game day and quite enjoy yourself.
It's fun. It's fun to play.
Like bound clones are interesting. Force grown drones are interesting. Deso drones, they've been still good. Marksman's got a little bit of a glow up. Strix,
Marksman's?
Well, yeah, they got access
Marksmen
to
are kind of about. Marksmen are kind of like they're okay. They're like they did. I wouldn't say they got substantially better or worse. They're kind of like solidly good.
Yeah, okay. I will agree. I will change my opinion to what Skillen just said to convey my hype about them, but. getting access to AP1 is still really good. Onslaught drones.
Yeah, I'll talk about that when it comes up. I have thoughts.
Yeah. Okay.
I do think that is.
Well,
good,
we got to talk about strains and like what the the actual.
We just want to go over the army rules.
Yeah, let's just go because we got thoughts here.
Okay.
And we've
Battlefield roles. Hey, they added drones for things that look like they're humanoid, drones for things that are like not that look like an animal, clones for things that look like they're people, husks for things that are suits, and monstrosity for things basically that are anything else. For those really, they're just keywords. Strains exist. Strain expression is very simple. Each unit has a specific strain effect, and the way that it's done in the app is incredibly annoying because you have to click on that and then you have to click into what it does most of the time. Yeah, anyways, they get a draw event that they can perform kind of on top of a regular draw event, and even if they wouldn't be able to, and then it's like unique to each thing. Oftentimes it's giving them something that the unit either really wanted or had in the past, and then you just take 1 wound for each stand, or if it's a monster, you take 3. That's how they change. So that is the new, what do you call it?
Decay
Not
mechanic.
Burnout. Decay, yes. Decay is, if it's not a monster, you take 1 wound per stand. There's no save, there's nothing, there's no roll. Or if you're a monster, you just take 3. It's fine. Takes the edges off. There's not, you can't roll good and you can't roll bad. Like, not rolling dice usually adds reliability, adds predictability, quite strong. Bioengineering subjects, yeah, you can take upgrades. That's fine. They went through and fixed the upgrades. There used to be stuff in there that, like, literally you could take it, but it literally is referencing rules that no longer exist. Like, there was a reference to like the one of them was like about like changing the characters over to like other units and stuff. Like, that hasn't been in the game for a very long time, and they finally went through and reworked all this stuff, and by and large it's all Spires-y abilities that previously existed, but now they don't require like a 5-step. You don't need to do the like 80-point turn in order to like turn around, you know.
We gotta talk about the Master's Touch, the 3 subsections.
Oh, yeah. Okay, this is similar to how it used to be, except it's much more flexible. There are 3 sub-factions. Under Spires is quite strong. I think it's more flexible than it used to be. It used to be tied to the character that you're playing. Like, Under Spires had to be like Ferromancer, I think. Directorate, it could be like, it doesn't matter. It's not tied to a character anymore, which is very cool. So Under Spires, your drones can heal even when broken. And they get Indomitable X, where X is the number, where X is equal to the resolve bonus the regiment gains based on the number of its stands. So if you have 4 stands, it'd be Indomitable 1. If you have 8 stands, it'd be Indomitable 2, so on and so forth. In addition, friendly drone and clone regiments gain regeneration +2 draw event. The +2 is important. Force grown drones are going to heal 4. Pretty much every other thing is going to heal 2. I think the Abomination is going to heal 4 as well if it's in this sub-faction. It's pretty good. Everything, most stuff in your list, if you're building under this, should be getting regeneration +2. You'll have maybe 1 unit that doesn't, but almost everything should be regenning. The Directorate, so has this lobotomitic override. Always active once per round immediately upon drawing a command card, but before performing any draw events, you may place it next to the... Oh, yeah, okay. So once per round, you draw a card, you can put it to the side, and you can either play the next card. Yeah, you may place it next to the command stack face down, and without revealing it, draw the next card, and place the first command card either on the top or on the bottom. So you put the card on top to the side, and you play the next card, and you can put the card that you took off to the side either on the top or the bottom. It's kind of like the Augmented Senses. It's like a slightly remixed version of Augmented Senses, which was an upgrade for Biomancer. But it would be only for the Biomancer, and like, I don't think you could put it on the bottom. Like, you couldn't put stuff on the bottom. But all the old stuff where you could, like, activate an ability and put stuff on the bottom, this is the only one that does that. This is the only reshuffling. You by and large, this is, like, the way you are going to, like, restructure your deck. And it's very limited and very simplified, and it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I like it. If you want to do that, it's there.
Cool. It's a cool effect. It's quite good.
And I feel like it's gonna, because now you don't have to set your Biomancer up to do it anymore. Like, you don't have to have that whole stack set up on, like, predicting the future.
And the Ferromancer,
because it's once per round whenever you want to do it. And and you don't have to have the
other thing.
The Ferromancer's
the other thing was the
Biomancer's the Warlord to do it.
And the other thing was, like, in the previous version of Spires, like, the Ferromancer was, like, constantly sinking stuff to the bottom of your stack, and, like, it was like, so you'd build your deck so that as you activated it, it would end up in the order that you wanted, rather than just building a stack, which was interesting. And, like, as a programmer, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, this is a style of thinking that I'm used to, but, like, you would waste a lot of time doing that. And then sometimes you'd mess it up, and then it just ends up being a mess. And, like, it's a lot of effort for, like, a pretty good bang, but, like, it still wasn't, like, you know, you weren't, like, topping, like, tournaments with it. Okay, and then the Sovereign Lineage has an always active ability. While performing Clash or Volley actions targeting an enemy regiment with any wounded stands, all friendly Husk regiments, so Avatara regiments, anything with Avatar in the name, or some potentially bound clones, gain the inspired and aimed shot special rules till the end of that action. So the thing about this that I'm not sure of is, what if you, for instance, there's a unit that you're attacking and you kill a stand to like perfectly, and then there are, say it's an MSU and you have 2 stands. Does this trigger on there? Because you don't have any wounded stands, but it is missing a stand. Do you see how this is, like, kind of weird?
God damn, fuck off. God damn it.
This is like, like, you see why I'm kind of like Sovereign Lineage continues to be very, like, subpar. Like, the other two, right? Regen, and you can always heal. That's great, right? Obviously good. Being able to rearrange your stack, obviously good. Does
the dead stand count as a wounded stand? Because it doesn't. Targeting an enemy.
Does it trigger? Because on a strict reading,
stands are wounded. Like, but I lost a stand.
I would say no, because it doesn't have a wounded stand. It's just not having a stand. There are no wound markers on any of the stands. I don't know. Like,
there's 4 dead guys over there, but, like, they're not. Like, no one in the group is wounded.
It's probably intended to, because otherwise it's just like, oh, essentially it's like randomly, like, every 4 wounds you do disables your supremacy, or like every 5 wounds or 6 wounds, depending on how many wounds are on the stand. So it's like, it's stupid.
Avatar go in, impact, kill 3 men-at-arms. What the heck is it? Resolve, kill another men-at-arms. It's like, cool. You don't get your always inspire, your inspire, but it's like. The other thing about this in the Inspired and the aim shots is that whenever you charge your Inspired, but it doesn't say always Inspire, so it's not getting around hindering. It's not getting around dread.
Yep.
It's like okay.
And this is only good if you're already in combat with something, right? And you want and you want to move afterwards. It's so circumstantial. It's very much like
It's basically saying aim shot good, but
yeah. Aim shot is fine. The Inspired is, like, kind of useless, and even then, it's like, okay, I get to move and shoot.
But even the
and,
aim
like,
shot
most of the things that want to move and shoot can already move and shoot, because, like, let me think. Okay, there's the Terraphon. Yeah, that gets to move and shoot,
but it's not,
and
a
it
husk.
Doesn't really care, right? Well, it hits on 4s. Like, it's not a massive difference. It's not like a major breakpoint.
Okay, but the Terraphon isn't a husk. It states husks.
Oh yeah. So
stop.
So that doesn't even literally.
It affects Leonine Avatar.
It only affects Leonines.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, you
so
you're also shoot 14, like.
Just like, do you see why I'm just like Sovereign Lineage is the weakest sub faction? Just kind of like
it's not that
on its face. And I'm just like, okay, like on the surface it sounds cool, and then you think about it, and then you're like, how the hell do I even use this? Like it's so restricted. And I'm just like, oh, okay, like whatever. So yeah, that's the sub factions. Don't
there
pick
you go.
Sovereign Lineage.
Yeah,
you have no reason to. You can literally get all the good parts of playing a Sovereign Lineage army, and then just be like, yeah, I'm gonna pick Directorate for flexibility of like stack order, or I'm gonna pick, you know, Under Spires to just make all of my non-husk units. Which, by the way, the structure of Spires is still there's four husk units, and everything else, the vast majority of the units listed are still clones or drones, so they're going to benefit. So I don't understand what Sovereign Lineage is for. Like,
maybe like if it said always inspired, I'd be like, okay, there's something there because it's just inspired. Or if they had different types of shooting, like if they had a lighter. By what I mean by a lighter shooter is like a cheap shooter.
Yeah.
In what in was the also husk, a husk,
like with the husk,
to trigger the aim shot for all the other, like the Leonian Avatara for their more damaging shots, it would be more effective. Like, yeah, I agree with you. I think this is the weakest one. I think Directorate's good, Underspire's good, Sovereign, don't bother. It's not that great.
Just don't. Yeah, there's no reason to take it. Like there might. I don't know. I haven't looked super hard into this. There's might be something else that triggers after being this, but you can just take a lineage and like a lineage highborn and make that your warlord if you want like the supremacy stuff. The subfaction does because subfaction is not tied to the specific characters that are allowed to like be the warlord for it. It's kind of like.
Whatever.
I would only take this as a trade-off if I wanted the lineage, for instance, or like if I wanted something else and I'm like, oh, I want that to be my warlord, therefore it must be this, so I'm having to pay. But no, that doesn't seem to be the case. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It just kind of is what it is. Like, it's weird.
Yeah. So I want to talk about strains and there's like the issue with strains before we move on so people understand. Each of the strains on the regiments are you push it if you need to like win it kind of thing. And by that I mean you do the dice math, you look at the regiment, and it's going to be pretty close. Okay, what's my strain? I'm playing Brutes. I'm going to use Brutes a lot just because it's in my head and I think they're a fantastic regiment. Well, I get Cleave 1. Okay, that can push me over to kill this regiment and move on, and then I take my Decay 3. All right, that's a good trade. The problem with the strain is that if you spam the strains, it for like everything, it actually reduces their effectiveness because you're not making good trades and you're taking unnecessary wounds for it. Like I don't believe Spires has the same level of healing it does before to mitigate the level of decay going in, especially if you activate decay. Now you got 3 wounds on you. Now your opponent counter hits you, and they have to do 3 less damage to kill you.
So from a player perspective, this has always been the thing. It just wasn't a strain before. It was like, okay, do I unstable enhance, or do I use like an ability that's gonna like, because it used to be like decay and like you could stack them up. So you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna like burnout, and then I'm like, I'm gonna unstable enhance, and then like just rocket jump across the map because you're like at +4 movement. But then you're taking like you take like 6 decay, so that's like 6 dice per stand. With like a 1 in 3 chance of like taking a wound. Now it's pretty much just like each stand has like in a lot of ways, like unstable enhancement, like it was good for a very specific thing, and that thing was like making your shoot like ranged units like shoot good, and you're just like you're like, oh, okay, like, oh, like I don't think like the healing is really like it's weird because it's like the way you do healing is different, and I think in some ways like the healing is better, but like it's just not as like accessible, because like what it was in the past is you'd use like biotic renewal to like heal 2 off of something, or not biotic renewal, but
we get it at one of the bioman,
right.
like the draw end of the biomancy.
Yeah, whatever the old yeah, it was on the Biomancer and then the Terraphons. So you just like heal 2 off, and then you're like, yeah, okay, whatever. And like that was how you would mitigate like the swinginess of the dice, and then you just hope you never like roll that like, 1 in 10 like your unit just explodes kind of scenario, and then you're like, well, I'm out of the game because like the dice just decided to kill me.
Not necessarily, because like if it was on marksman clones, they're far enough back that you could just sit there and heal them back up slowly but surely.
Yeah. Problem is though that you're healing them up 2 at a time, and if you lose the breakpoint, I always found was about 8 wounds, right? So if you take 8 wounds or more, which isn't that likely off of usually like 15 dice, we'll say, right? 15 dice is rolling 5s and 6s. Like your average is about 5. You have to like kind of start pushing to like really hurt yourself, or like you have to have a particularly bad roll. But if you like get up there, you're like, okay, so the next turn you heal, you're going to take wounds off, you're going to like replenish that injured stand up, or you're going to heal back with 2. And then it's like if you activate that ability again the rest of the game, which you need to have that ability ready to activate even if you don't, it's like, okay, well, it's going to be essentially like 3 turns, which is a third of the game, before I'm able to risk doing this again. And by that point, it's like already a moot point, and now you're just kind of like shooting like a piddling amount, and you're like praying to God that nothing gets in there and kills them, and you lose a lot of your area denial potential. So as a result, you only do the big like burnout or like the big decay moves when you're like, this is the time, like either I win or I lose here, and like you do it then. Otherwise, just put like deadly shots on them, and then just like aim volley, and then like you're shooting 20 inches away, or like whatever. That's how it used to be, but like so that's always kind of like the mindset you had. Now it's just every unit has the potential to do that, but like not every strain expression is worth doing that for. Some of them are like hardly ever worth it, or the old burnout that you used to get changed from. Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like in the past, burnout, being able to use burnout in Directorate on any unit, it's the same mentality you have that you used to have with that, where you're like, okay, do I risk it? Like if I run up and the way that I think of it is, if I run up and like I do enough damage, or like if I run up and my unit explodes, do I still get the value out of it? Or is it like at least a reasonable, are the odds in my favor that I'll get more value than I lose? Like what I did with those Strix in that game with Nick, right? Where they just ran up and like smashed those household knights, and then it was like kind of ridiculous. And it's like, even though I lost them, it's just kind of like, because the decay only kicks in at the end of their activation anyways, so it's like, well, if you accomplish what you need to before the end of your activation, you don't have to worry anymore. And now if they stick around, that's just extra, right?
Yeah.
The problem is that most of the strain stuff, it's kind of like you use it once per game, maybe, or probably not at all.
Or you have some way, like, or you've set something up to like mitigate the decay damage coming in, but you're only going to be really doing that on one unit to mitigate that damage. Well,
with Underspires, I think you get away, because like say you take, you're running an MSU, you take 3 damage, and then you heal off 2.
Yeah.
Assuming you live to the next round, like
do it again. Now you lost a stand, heal it back.
Oh no,
no, because you heal at the top. No, because you've already you'd heal.
You activate first.
Yeah, you heal 2, so you go from 3 to 1, and then you take 3 again, so you lose a stand at the end, and then you bring a stand back, and you go, yeah. So you'll eventually get it there, but you can do it a couple times in Underspires.
So, like, Underspires lets you do it more, but the problem is it's kind of like, I don't know, like, yeah, you need to be assessing, like, is it worth it? And you need to be because, like, each unit kind of has its, like, optimal moment in the game, you know what I mean? where it's like, or like, you know, for instance, like your lights, when your lights are not going to be necessarily doing a lot against, like, you know, the enemy's like heavy monster or whatever, right? But they might be able to like buy you tempo by like completely like murdering something early in the game, right? And like disrupting the enemy, like your opponent's positioning by like killing some other light early in the game, or killing a medium early in the game, right? So when you have that opportunity and you're like, I really need to clinch this, it's going to be a big play, then you activate it, and then, you know, you know, like whatever. But yeah, most of the time you should not be activating these strains. And honestly, I actually like the Ferromancer so much because I think the Ferromancer like the Supremacy allows you to replace all these other Ferromancies, or like all the other strains that are of varying value, with like +1 clash, +1 move, which is just good. And so even if you're yeah, it's look, old Burnout used to be +2 move, so it's slightly worse Burnout.
Yeah, they're trying to reduce threat ranges so people aren't getting jabbed from like downtown.
Yeah, however, +1 March and +1 Clash is still just really good.
Yep.
So, I don't know. Like, honestly, that's kind of what I like about. That's one of the reasons that like I'm kind of drawn to the Ferromancer as like a warlord, because I'm just like, wow, that's very strong. I know how good old Burnout was, and this continues to be good. You know, you just dramatically increase your odds of getting there, and when you do get there, you hit a little bit harder. It's nice. So yeah, I don't know. That's kind of like how I think of strains, at least.
Yep, and that's the answer on strains, guys. Just do it when you actually need it. Don't spam them out, and they're usually just going to give you that little extra to secure the kill. If you just need a little bit extra, but if you need like you use more, the strains to clutch. You're not in a good spot.
Yeah, you use the strains to clutch it out. You know, when you're like, oh, I gotta clutch it. Yeah.
Tighten those cheeks. Here we go. Yeah, Ferromancer, let's get into supremacies. Ferromancer, like you said, is Burnout. Regiment, he's attached, he doesn't get decay, so his unit, Brute Jones, is spamming their strain every single day. And he can perform an additional free Ferromancy. Yeah, they call it Practitioner Action. By the way, in the app, you got to open up his Practitioner Action.
So
then
annoying.
It's going to say you're going to do Ferromancies. Then you got to go up Ferromancies. Then you're going to get your list of Ferromancies. Stop. Take that out.
Just let me see the list. Please, let me click it once.
Yeah. It
let
does
me click
that
Practitioner Ferromancy, and it pops up the list of Ferromancies. Like, that's how it used to be. Why did they make it like this? Like, they need to get their tech guy back. This is brutal.
He's stuck with the Greek government.
Yeah, it's brutal.
It's just Leo. That's what he's done. He's the project manager of making the tech work.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, supremacy abilities, induced aggression.
It's good.
You can replace on anything except the husk. You can replace the strain expression with +1 clash, +1 march, and yeah, like you said, his unit doesn't take decay. It's pretty good. Yeah, he's got draw events, suppress higher functions. Target friendly regiment within 12 inches. Gains fearless until the end of the round. That's pretty nice, I guess. Like, fearless is okay.
Where are the Ferromancies? Because I know in the PDF they wrote Biomancies twice.
Oh.
I don't know if that got fixed. Some of them were...
Yeah.
Oh my god, I hate this. I hate the non-printer version of the PDF because it's fucking atrocious.
Yeah, it's brutal. I could just go over them.
Yeah, let's just do the Ferromancer because we might as well just do them together because all his stuff works that package.
He's your defensive caster. He's a defensive caster. He makes your guys tougher. That's it. That's really what it comes down to. He doesn't really heal them. Well, he doesn't heal them with Ferromancies anymore. You've got Induced Vigor, target friendly regiment within 12 inches. You get untouchable. Okay, that's good. Yeah, reroll 6s. We like that. Rerolling defensive dice, always good. Ferromantic Drive. This is the big one. Aura. until the end of the round. Friendly drone and clone regiments currently within 12 inches reroll failed resolve rolls of 6, and the regiment this character is currently attached to gains Tenacious 1. It's a huge bubble of reroll 6s on resolve and Tenacious 1 on his unit. Both of these are good.
And you can make them fearless. And you can do 2 of these, and you can give them untouchable. Can you only target this each one? Can you double Ferromancy the same target? Can you double Biomancy the same target,
no.
Or is it you have to spread it? Oh, so he targets one thing to give it 6s, and then he turns the aura on. Yeah, he's fine. Whatever. Okay.
Yeah, and then you have Ferromantic Compulsion. Turn off an enemy monster regiment within 12 inches. Turn off its scoring. Okay, that's good. Like, situationally, very, very nice. Siphon Strength. Target regiment within 12 inches does not benefit from inspire. Or target enemy regiment doesn't target or benefit from inspired or aimed shot. Special rule until the look. If you're within 12 inches, okay.
Put up the other defensive 10.
And you're doing this. You could probably just kill the thing, okay? Or just give a giant bubble of reroll resolves and like untouchable. Like, I don't know. Like, sure, Siphon Strength is fine if it's like turning off like a very key unit. Like they have this enormous block or whatever. But I don't know.
You do this to like shit on Braves, to be honest. Anything that's Clash 2, you do this to anything on Clash 2, just to be like, go fuck yourself. Like, this is literally like you're spitting on somebody.
When your opponent's down. Yeah, it's like when your opponent's down, you just kind of step on their face and just kind of like go like, ha, that's what you get. Like, I don't know. It's fine.
This is just playground bullying at this point if you're using Siphon Strength and winning. Like, you're just a playground bully.
Yeah.
Overall, Ferromancer, his warband, great. Big thing changed for the Ferromancer. Unlimited brute drones. Fucking jam 4 units
brute
of
drones became a mainstay.
Yeah.
And they became cheaper.
Yeah. Jam 4 of them into his warband, grab some Terraphons, you're doing great. Sorry, let me address the Terraphon. It's called a Quaddle. Grab some Quaddles, you're doing great. Next.
Yeah. The entire day you were calling it the Quaddle, and I was like, I know exactly what you're talking about, but like, I don't know. Like,
I looked at that thing and I read it, and I'm like, that's a Quaddle. All right, Quaddle.
It makes me sad because it is a Quaddle.
Yeah.
Here, we want to just go through the list. Okay, Biomancer. You know what the Biomancer is now? The Biomancer is a gun and a heal, and he has healing.
That face stares into my soul. The picture right beside
I love the model. I still love the model. Okay, epigenetic trigger. So is draw event. Command stands add +2. Well, I'm looking at the thing, and I'm going down in order for the draw event supremacy actions from the app thingy.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I'm looking at the PDF.
Yeah, look, man. I don't want my computer to crash.
Mine is having a seizure right now. Like, I might leave this in as this is the video portion for the YouTube of me scrolling through the PDF and just vomiting.
The PDF is like, it's so rough. Like the non-printer, like
it's so rough.
Come on, Parabellum, can you please give us the printer-friendly version?
What were they doing in the background? Why is it so slow? I've opened up PDFs with like 500 pages that have been faster. Like, what?
Their PDFs are so cursed. So, like, that's why this is like, oh no. Okay, so draw event, epigenetic trigger. You give +2 to its to the command stand's attack characteristic. This one is kind of sketchy because a bunch of stuff in Spires doesn't have command stands, and you're also just giving +2, and you could so you can give yourself
no command stand.
You can give yourself biotic renewal to just heal.
Skillen, you're wrong. I will correct you on this. Every regiment has gained a command stand via the FAQ that came out.
Really?
Yeah, every regiment. We can go to the FAQ right now. Hold on, open. Is there a printer-friendly version, please?
Whoa, they added leaders to brute drones?
No, not leaders. Command stands.
Dude, no, like actually, like I'm telling you, I'm looking at it right now. Force-grown drones have a leader now.
Oh yeah, that happened. No one cares about that though. Do brute drones have a leader?
Yeah. Brute drones. What's that?
Do brute drones have a leader?
Yeah. They do now. Okay, so that's
What?
an
Oh, there it is.
update. That's a thing that's new. Notably, monsters do not have command stands.
You can give
So,
+2 attacks to every regiment, but that's not a monster because
yeah.
basically they added in the command stand thing for reforms because people were being weird about reforms. So
Oh,
like
I
everyone,
saw that. Yeah.
yeah, that's how you
Wow.
can.
Strix have a leader model now too. Holy shit! I could have gotten an extra die. I could have
I
rolled an extra die at you.
I failed one of those saves.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just
Where
funny
is
to me
this?
because it's like for so long, like memorizing what has leaders and what doesn't was like relevant to Spires players. Okay, so anything that isn't a monster gets +2 to the unit's total. So you're only getting +2. It's not +2 per stand. It's just +2, which whatever. And then,
I
um,
I feel really bad simply because I'm trying to read the stupid FAQ thing. It should be under core rules. Yeah, keep going. Sorry.
okay, supremacy abilities. Um, so here's basically how it works. Every time a unit is destroyed, you get a token. You can spend the tokens on three things. You can spend one token when your warlord performs a biomancy, and you can so you spend it when your biomancer warlord is doing a biomancy, and you can roll an additional die. In other words, there's many effects that are like roll a d6. And then in this case, you get to roll two, and then you just pick which one you want. So, okay, that's fine, right? It's kind of like you're just optimizing for what you want, removing a little bit of randomness, whatever, it's cool. Two tokens. When a friendly regiment performs its strain expression draw event, you may immediately choose to spend two tokens, and that regiment does not gain the decay special rule as a result of strain expression this time. So in other words, you just make it so that you remove the cost of the strain expression. Okay, that's pretty good. Three tokens. This is where the biomancer becomes a heal, like does big healing. Upon drawing the last command card in your stack, you may choose to spend 3 tokens. If the card belongs to a non-monster regiment, immediately remove its broken status and heal 5 wounds. Wow, that's great. Like, actually, like, unironically, if you have some unit of, like, I don't know, Incarnate Sentinels or, you know, Brute Drones or whatever, and, like, let's pretend that they have some chip. Well, that chip is just gone. Let's pretend that your opponent like super focused them down somehow, and it's late in the game because that's how you would have 3 tokens. And you're like, oh god, I sure wish that this unit, like which I was hoping would go at the end and do something, would not be broken and be able to like punch the enemy back. Well, with this, you can unbreak them and heal a stand back, and then punch them back. That's pretty good. You're probably doing that like I would be trying to do like I if you can do that, it's real good. It's real good. Yeah, otherwise you can do 2 biomancies. The biomancies are catalytic rupture. Target a friendly regiment within 12 inches. All enemy regiments currently in contact with that regiment immediately suffer X hits where with AP1 or X AP1 hits where X is the highest roll result of 2d6. Hits from these wounds do not trigger morale tests. This is cool because you don't damage yourself anymore. In the past, you would damage yourself. Now you just basically throw some sacrificial unit up like force-grown drones or Strix or whatever, get in their flank, cause problems, and then you hit them with catalytic rupture, and then anything touching them just takes the higher of 2d6. Right? Like,
Here's
good.
another one. You could have a block of bound drones or bound clones.
Bound clones.
Because they're actually pretty defensible right now. And if your opponent gets stuck in with like 2 or 3 regiments, you're hitting them all, and it's like it'll live to hit multiple.
Yep.
So that's also nice. And also, like, if stuff gets into a monster, you can do the same thing because it's just target regiment. It doesn't distinguish. specific regiments. So yeah, no, it's got a lot of play.
Catalytic rupture fucks.
Yeah. Also,
not triggering morale tests is like whatever. You don't have to roll like you roll less. You don't roll for the thing to go off. So I guess that's what their balance is. But I don't know. It's good. That's like kind of the go-to. Then there's essence transfer. This is kind of like how you heal stuff now. Target friendly regiment within 12 inches. What's that?
Oh, go ahead.
Target friendly regiment within 12 inches may immediately roll 2d6 and suffer wounds equal to the lowest roll of the result. So you roll 2d6. The first unit suffers the lower of the 2 dice that you roll. They don't trigger morale tests. And then you target another friendly regiment, non-monster regiment. Oh, interesting. Target friendly so the first one can be a monster, but the thing you're healing cannot be a monster. So then you target them, and then you just heal 4 wounds. Cool. Ferromancer, you used to like heal 4 and then drop them to the bottom of your stack. Could have been anything, right? That was incredibly good if you wanted healing. And then there's other ways to like, oftentimes you wanted the thing that you're healing to be on the bottom anyways. I don't know. This is like fine. It encourages like good positioning. You want like, to be within 12 inches of something like Force Grown Drone, something that's going to regen, preferably that you like damage, that like, you just, or bound clones or something like that. That's like not a combat unit. And then you just heal 4 off of something that wants to be fighting. Awesome. Next spell. Grant Virulence. Target enemy regiment within 12 inches. It suffers 1d6 hits where the armor piercing is X. Or with the armor piercing X special rule, where X is equal to 6 minus the result of the roll. These wounds do not trigger morale tests. So this is a weird one. If you roll high, you do a lot of hits and you don't have AP. If you roll real low, you do like 1 AP 5 hit. So it's like, I don't know. If you're doing 2 and you like, if this guy's your warlord and you don't have anything to heal, I guess you shoot it again. And also it targets an enemy regiment. So like you can at least have a gun to shoot at, like a magic gun-ish to shoot at the enemy, even if you don't have something touching the enemy. So like, I don't know. It's like not my first choice necessarily, but it's fine.
To be honest, just due to how the game is currently at of a lot of evasion, and yeah, a lot of
you want more hits.
Yeah, you just go for Catalytic Rupture. Maybe there's a point where you don't need any of the other stuff. You just drop both damage spells on somebody, and you're like, yeah, there you go. Like at the end of the day, damage is damage. Have some, do some work.
Yeah. And the other big thing is like the other one requires that you have a friendly unit in contact. So like maybe you're able to like shoot this off at them like early on in the game, and then you're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna poke you with this. But I don't know, 12-inch range, like and on what's probably your warlord if you're using this spell, like feels bad. I don't know. Grant Virulence, it's okay. Use it if you're like in contact with the enemy, or like they run into the unit with the Biomancer and you're like, oh god, well I'm gonna at least like, well at that point then just use Catalytic Rupture. My bad. If they run up within like an inch of you, I guess, and you're like, well here we go, then I guess hit them with this.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like I don't know. Your front regiment's already activated. They've gotten something. You're like, well, let's get some damage into that. We need to put some work there.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's fine.
Like
it's not great, but like it's usable. I guess
the 3 other ones are much better.
I don't know. Unstable enhancements. Oh, like the last one is unstable enhancement. This used to be the bread and butter of the Biomancer, like the defining thing for the Biomancer. Now it's kind of like, like, okay, so target friendly non-monster regiment within 12 inches. Roll 1d6 to see what you get. 1 to 2, you get +1 march. 3 to 4, you get +1 to your clash, maximum of 4. And on a 5 or a 6, you get +1 to your volley. Alternatively, before rolling 1d6, you may instead roll 2d6 and suffer the wounds equal to the lower roll and choose which effect to benefit from instead of rolling. These wounds do not trigger morale tests. Okay, the only one in here that matters is +1 to volley. Everything
Really?
else,
Okay,
yes.
explain. I'm curious.
Because if you were playing with the Ferromancer Warlord, you could just be using the thing that gives you +1 to charge and clash, and isn't a Russian roulette.
Yeah.
You see what I'm getting at? The only thing that this is worse than that, because it's only +1 march or +1 clash or +1 volley. The only one that matters is the +1 volley, right? Like, that's the one you want, because there's no other way to get that. And the way that you would get the other two is much more reliable. This is not, I don't know, I
You're gonna
think this is a little bit of a whiff.
And you're going to burn out the unit of Strix and just watch them be like, we're dying. Please stop. Activate regen 2 HP.
Okay, back before this, that was actually a thing that you would do. And
yeah, but you could
also
literally be like, roll 2d6, roll boxcars. Strix takes 6 wounds, is now down a stand, now gets +1 clash. Burnout for another +1 clash. Regen 2, they're at 2 stands, and then charge in decay. So it's like, the dice rolls here could like seriously just like destroy you.
Yeah, like, you see what I mean? Like, I don't know. You're pretty much like using this to like give a ranged unit +1 volley. Like, that's what you want. And then you're basically like, there are 2/3 of the time the dummy prize, and then 1/3 of the time. So do you want to gamble
it's a 50-50,
and not take damage?
1, 2, 3, you're fine. 4, 5, 6, you lose a stand.
Well, honestly, if you're just like, okay, I'm gonna,
because they're gonna lose a stand before they activate, so you're hoping for a 4 so you could regen that stand back.
Oh no, like I'm talking about just rolling, just raw dogging it rather than picking.
Oh, raw dogging it's bad. I don't think you ever raw dog.
The way that I see this, if you're kind of like, oh, it would be cool if I got that, but I don't really need my marksmans to like necessarily have that, but I don't have anything else to do, so I may as well just be like, oh, well, it's free, right? Like, I'm not taking any damage.
A volley, awesome.
You just hope that, it's a 1 in 3. Like, it's not that bad. If you roll it like every round, like, you're gonna get it theoretically 1/3 of the time. Like it's not bad, and you probably are fine without it. It's just nice if you have it. And then, like, on the turn where you're like, oh, I really need it, then you take the 2d6. Same as like the rest of the epigenetic triggers thing. But like, I don't know, you can activate this beforehand on your like on a ranged unit, for instance, and then like later on you can see, like, because then you know if they've got it or not, and then if they do get the +1 volley, then you can be like, yeah, like, it's fucking time, and then you like put your you, like with marksman clones, you activate their strain, and now you give yourself, like AP1, and then you just like, light them up. I don't know, this is just kind of like, I find it to be meh. Like, the other things are just like Essence Transfer and Catalytic Rupture are at the top for a reason. Okay, use those. Those are good. These other things are like weird, kind of like niche cases, in my opinion, or like, I don't know, or they're like a you do it once per game type of thing. I don't know. It's nice having a Biomancer that can like shoot stuff with a magic gun. He's got a couple like special. So he's got like Master Flesh. He can turn his like +2 attacks thing into like an aura. That's fine.
Yeah, it's kind of him. What else? Who else we got on the docket? Biomancer.
The next one that I've got is like the High Clone. I don't know. Here, like, he has a supremacy. It's like very reactive. I don't know. I don't think it's good. So it goes always active.
You can make a clone, get opportunist, it's fine. I like that one.
Yeah, that's fine.
That one's good. Clone. What the fuck? Immediately upon a friendly clone being declares the target of enemy clash. They don't benefit from inspired. That's reactive for sure. You got opportunist on your marksman clones. That's going to be really good. Or VCI, because I don't think VCI have rerolls, but you can do it there. The don't get inspired is if you're playing bound, and then when a friendly regiment is destroyed, you get to do an out of activation 12 within move within 12. That one's not bad, but it's like you're probably like if it's mostly like, oh, an MSU died and my opponent hasn't charged me and they're probably gonna charge me. I'm gonna back up. Like, I think you're getting a use out of all these other supremacies, but like the Ferromancer Warlord,
it's just so much better.
Yeah, it is so much better.
That's my problem. I'm like, compared to the other things on the table, it's not that this is like poop, but it's like, yeah, okay, we got like
it's more consistent.
Cooking.
The Ferromancer is more consistent.
It's just always good. This is like weird. It's like you're not using it as much. So that's kind of my problem with it. The thing that he got though that goes so hard is symbiotic command. This is just an action, out of combat, combat and out of combat action. Target friendly clone regiment within 12 inches gains double time draw event until the end of the round. Holy shit, that goes hard.
We can go anybody within 12. Vanguard clones, VCI, marksman clones, bound clones. Like you're moving.
Yeah, there's lots of clone units. Clone units, kind of, they like to move. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know. You can give them upgrades to make them. There's like range. There's infiltrator flavor and there's the marksman flavor. I
think, like, to be honest,
yeah, I don't know.
I think his best spot is either you're putting him in a unit of bound clones and just taking marksman clones as part of his warband. Like, what's his warband? You take him in bound. You grab a unit of Vanguard. Oh, he has a Terraphon Surveyor. Take a marksman clone and a Terraphon Surveyor. There you go. There's your warband. Bump up the bound to a big block and just have fun.
The problem is that marksman clones are restricted, so there's a like
bound and Vanguard clones is your two mainstays. Marksman and Terraphon is your two restricted. Done.
So you've got bound, force drones, onslaughts, and Vanguard clones.
Oh, you have brute drones in this guy? Fuck that. You're taking brute drones. Yeah. For high clone,
he's got brute drones as restricted. Just take brute drones as look. The Ferromancer's good.
We're trying to get 5 brute drones into a list. He has an option to get 5 brute drones and 2 Terraphons. Let this man go.
I don't know. There might be another. I think there's still a different, better way. You take him pretty much to unlock your ranged options.
And the big block of clones. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. Lineage Highborn.
What's up? What's up, girl? She's still fighty. She's still good at that. Her damage output is fine.
That's her pretty lost one impact.
Parry's different. It's when your opponent rolls a 6, they take a wound.
No, that is counterattack. Parry is no rerolls. Turns flurry off.
Okay, well that's good. So her avatar unit gets turns rerolls off. And then what's her supremacy? Lambs to the slaughter. What's that do?
This one's actually good. Or like, okay, it's good in a Spires way. All friendly Husk regiments.
Way? What the heck?
Look, as a Scorn player, like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you're like, okay, like it does the thing. It's got some Scornergy, okay? So all friendly Husk regiments treat every rolled result of 6 as a 1. This is an activated. Actually, this is not the thing I was thinking of. This is an activated thing. All friendly regiments treat every hit rolled as every 6 as a 1 for the purposes of performing a clash, volley, or impact hits until the end of the round. The regiment this character is currently attached to gains fearless. Okay, this is actually just good.
Yeah,
it's just good. It's like it's kind of like 100K. The bless everything in your army thing. But you just maximize, like, so this is the thing with the Lineage Highborn. I feel like the play is you just take as many Husk units as you possibly can fit in there, and then you use this, and then you set up, and then turn, like, probably 5 or 6. You just try to butcher as many people as possible, and you call it a day. Yep.
I think it's solid. If you want to play Avatar, you want to play Husk, she's the way to go. You got the Warlord for that. I'm happy.
The character in Husk Regiment they're currently attached to gains parry. There's one other thing that's worth noting. Is it an eccentricity or is it
is that the upgrade to make her be usable in like an infantry regiment? If you want to throw it down.
Oh, well, there is that. Okay, so there is some stuff to talk about in this. In terms of upgrades. Because there's some that are unique to this character. Preservation protocols. The character gains access to the following combat and out of combat action. Immediately remove all wound markers from this character and the Husk regiment. Okay, whatever. Like, it's fine. Lineage commander. This character must be attached to a bound clone regiment, even though it is a brute stand. While attached to the bound clones regiment, the character's size is ignored for the purposes of line of sight. The regiment the character is currently attached to gains the Husk battlefield role in addition to its existing one. You can make a big ass block of bound clones. Hit on like for one turn, sixes count as ones. Yeah, that's good. There's another thing though. Where is it? Sorry, it might be. Here we go. There's something that's like you count all of your misses as hits, but for each hit you take a wound. And I can't remember what that's called.
What the fuck? I'm so slaughtered.
Yeah.
No matter the price, it's an eccentricities, it's 30 points. Once per turn, when a clone regiment this character is attached to performs a clash. But before rolling to hit, you may activate this ability for every failed hit roll made during the clash. The clashing regiment immediately suffers a wound. Then all failed hit rolls are immediately converted to successes. You cannot reroll hit rolls during the clash action where all test triggers result in additional hits are rolled at the end of the action along with all other wounds. So
that's actually only on clones. So and you can't take that with the thing that lets you go in the clone unit. So actually, that upgrade is not as nice as I was thinking. I thought you could do that.
No. You can purchase up to 2 eccentricities or mutations at any combination.
Oh yeah, okay. So you can take like no matter the price
with the,
and you can take
put her in a block of black clones and have fun. There you go.
So yeah, I don't know. You could do that. I don't necessarily think it's like the thing to do, but you can.
What does she have for her warband? That's high clone.
Avatara, bound clones, incarnate sentinels as perfect. Whoa! Incarnates are mainstay. I missed that.
Oh, here we go.
Interesting.
Fuck that Avatar. We're grabbing a big unit of incarnates and getting that abomination restricted access. That's what we really wanted here.
I think the play is probably you just maximize for husks. So you're taking like Avatara,
Centaur,
or a unit of bound clones. If you're taking bound clones, you're taking I think like 1 with this, and then you're taking like maybe. So you're taking like as many Avatara, as many Centaur Avatar, and as if you want them as many Leonine Avatara. I think the play is probably to go with like lots of Avatara, and a couple like Centaur Avatara.
Hear me out. Block of bound clones, 3 Avatara. Done.
That's not bad. Yeah.
Nah, like just it works. Just Todd Howard this whole game. It just works.
Yeah. Like again, the problem with this is that it's like it's good, but it's like it's not amazing. You know? Like it's solid. And then you're gonna have like all of your Avatara, which now have 5 attacks, just punching, and then for like 1 turn, all of your 6s, you're just getting plus and Avatara have like flawless strikes as their strains, so then you're getting like a bunch of 6s are converting into smite hits. I wish smite was better. But
it's good into 100k, it's good into Dwegholm.
The problem is with all the evasion around, it's kind of like, cool, you paid through the nose for that. Like, you paid with blood and sweat for that, and it's...
I did not pay for blood and sweat. I played with drones and clones. Let's be honest here, not real people.
Well, for this though, it's Avatara, and you're burning them out. Like, you're using their strain expression to do that. So, like, that's not good. And those wounds are just going through, and it's bypassing all of your defenses. So you're just taking the hit in order to just bounce off of their evasion. Feels real bad.
Yeah.
So
I agree that stuff should be reserved for targets that don't have evasion, or their evasion
yeah, if you're using it, you got to be like precise with it. And like, I don't know, I smite, people like look at it and they're like, oh my god, if smite just, like, I would actually be happier if smite didn't cause morale but just inflicted wounds. Like, you don't get to make a defense roll, it just does the wounds, but to compensate for that you don't get resolve. Like, I'd be happier with that, because it's like, oh, it's something that just does a reliable set amount of, like, a predictable amount of damage. I don't know. They're never going to do that. And it's like, ooh, everything, like, evasion's everywhere.
There's Leonian
yeah.
Prideborn. One of the coolest minis in the game's got a snake for a tail.
It is a cool mini. Yeah.
Acute
always
sentences.
Active.
I had to have a little chat with a couple people to figure out what this actually is doing, because I was reading it weird. It is the shoot out of whatever flank version of fluid formation without the reforming part. That's it.
Oh yeah.
That's how it works.
Acute senses. You just don't get to rotate.
Yeah.
And Ceaseless Hunt has fire in advance.
Cool. And then what?
AP2, deadly, 4 shots, 14-inch range.
Relentless Hunter Supremacy.
Remorseless Hunter.
Oh,
so all friendly Husk regiments, this is gonna mostly just be Leonine Avatara. Gain the designate target special rule. Activated part of the ability. All friendly regiments gain the sure shot special rule, and
that's good.
And their entire barrage range becomes their effective range until the end of the round. Okay, that second part is really good. The designate target, I'm like, So, designate target. When this regiment inflicts a wound upon an enemy regiment during a clash, charge, or volley action, the enemy regiment becomes marked until the end of the round. When friendly regiments perform a charge action against a marked enemy regiment, they add +2 to their charge distance and rerolled failed hit rolls until the end of the charge action.
That's actually pretty good.
That's not bad, actually. I thought initially it was only
charge.
from shots, but...
Yeah, so you have +2 to your charge. You have abilities that give you 2d6 dice on your charge. So, like, you're probably going from downtown, and then you're re-rolling all your impacts and your clash. And Avatar,
so I don't think
into that is actually doing pretty good.
So wait, the regiment adds +2 to their charge distance and rerolls failed hit rolls until the end of their charge action. I don't think it can...
charge action?
It's just impacts.
It's only impacts. Okay.
So it's threat extension, and it's pretty much what it used to be, which is make Centaur Avatara go burr.
Yep.
That's pretty much why it's there.
You're taking Leonian Avatara and Centaur Avatara. Yeah. And I don't think Leonian got better, to be honest, if I recall. When I read them.
I don't think so either. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Honestly, that's pretty much the lineage Prideborn. It's not that interesting.
Yeah, I don't think they're not great.
Yeah. So far, like, I don't know. You can take it to get more Leonine and Centaur Avatara. That's cool. Yeah. The rest of it is like, whatever. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of putting like Ferromancer top, Biomancer, Lineage Highborn, High Clone Executioner. We
have a new challenger.
Oh yeah, for most bullshit.
A new challenger has entered the fray.
Is it Mewtwo?
The next one on the list, the Merchant Prince.
Oh yeah, get the that Merchant Prince thing in there.
Oh, the Merchant Prince goes so hard.
But Skillen, the Merchant Prince is only class 2 or 3 attacks and is 120 points. That's really bad.
None of that matters. This is not a beat stick unit. Okay, well, by that logic, the Biomancer is clash 2 with 3 attacks. defense 2, evasion 1, right? 4 wounds, right? Like, okay, like, okay, easy there, homie. This thing is, like, basically a copy pasta. It's actually slightly better. Yeah, it's slightly better. It's a slightly more evasive Biomancer. Okay? The Biomancer is a staple of the faction. You're not, like, punching things to death with a Biomancer. That's not the point.
But 120 points for his abilities. And his unrestricted warband. What's the... Like...
Oh. Okay.
Like, individually, these things are like, what's going on? All together, we start growing a problem.
It's wild. Yeah. This shit is wild. Okay, the special rule, it's just always there. And the one thing I appreciate about this rework is they gave every character a character action that is actually quite good. Well, Biomancer's is less good, I think, but it's
Everything
fine.
has a command stand. Remember that. Everything has a command stand. Everyone's getting +2 attacks except for monsters. That's still decent.
Well, you have to buy an upgrade to make it an aura, and then it's better. So like it has a purpose, but you have to specialize for it, which is fine.
It's fine.
Okay. The Merchant Prince. The character action is called Master Manipulator. This is good. Once per round before reinforcement rolls are made, you may propose an offer to your opponent. So let's be real. The once per round thing is interesting because otherwise, like, I guess you could just do this repeatedly, but essentially do this every round. Okay.
Hello, good sir. Hello, good sir. Would you like to auto in a regiment? Yes. I
receive.
Hello.
You receive.
Yeah. What is it? Perfect deal. Where's that meme where it's like the trade meme? Trade.
I just know it's like the guy like in the suit with like the bad haircut and his hands out.
I receive. Am I gonna? Yeah. This is what I'm doing right now.
I feel like it's based off of a Europa Universalis thing. Or at least that's where I initially remember seeing it in relation to.
I think people are gonna watch me make this meme live.
Okay, so what does this do? If your opponent accepts the offer, then both players may select one additional regiment to automatically succeed on their reinforcement roll this round. In addition, your selected regiment gains Vanguard 3. Special rule. If your opponent declines... Okay, so only yours gets Vanguard. You get an extra flank unit, and they get Vanguard. Okay, that's awesome. If they say no... Players like it just says because it's like both players may select one additional, but yours gets Vanguard 3. Okay, if your opponent declines the offer, then you may choose between re-rolling one failed reinforcement roll this round, or one reinforcement roll. Once reinforcement rolls have been made, you may then choose a regiment that is currently not on the battlefield to gain Vanguard 3 special roll until the end of the round. And then there's like stuff where it's like, okay, if both people are playing Merchant Princes, then you can both do this, but like it's just technicalities on how to resolve this if you're like doing this. And then if you have more than one Merchant Prince, you don't get to do this more than once. This is amazing. Like, okay, so like if you accept, then I get a second auto, like we both get a second auto in thing, but my auto in thing has Vanguard 3. And if you say no, then I get to either re-roll one of those, or I get to pick something to get Vanguard 3. So I only get like a partial, like I get kind of a half of that. So if your opponent, here's kind of how I see this. If your opponent says yes, that's probably the better bet for them. Just because like they're at least not falling behind on the curve. Or if they say yes, there's like a reason for them to say yes. If they say no, because if they say yes, you get both parts of this. They want to say no as much as possible. If they say no, they get nothing and you still get like potentially something good. So like this is good. It's like you benefit no matter what, and they are always kind of like taking the short end of the stick. So I don't know. That alone is fantastic. Now let's talk about the Supremacy ability. Tricks of the Trade. Always active. Before the first regiment phase of the game, roll 5 dice and note the results, placing them in a designated place visible to your opponent. This is your influence pool. Okay, sweet. You just roll 5 dice, and then you get to put them in this pool. During the course of the battle, when you are called to roll a die, when you are called to roll dice, I should say, except from reinforcement and supremacy rolls, but before rolling them, you may choose any number of dice from your influence pool and spend. Oh, it does say you spend them.
Yeah, so they fixed the wording on that because.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. I did.
And
that was one of the first things I checked.
Okay, you spend them to use the result instead. These results cannot be re-rolled or used for the purposes of re-rolling a die. In addition, every time you make a supremacy roll, add your final unmodified result to your influence pool. This is incredible. Like, because Spires has
fate dice.
Yeah, this is perfect. The meme you sent, this is 100%.
You like that?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I hope I just left my screen on. I think it's the video for this is literally just gonna be my screen grab for this entire thing because it's just sitting on the PDF. The people watch me build it in real time.
I think that's exactly what they were trying to evoke with this guy. It rules. He goes hard. What rules about this is, you know how I was bitching and moaning about the unstable enhancement? Well, if this guy is your warlord, you just go, oh, cool. Well, like I have a 5 or a 6. Cool, here we go. And then you just slap that baby down and you guarantee your thing. And you don't have to worry about it. And you don't have to take damage. You're charging. You just put whatever you need in order to like guarantee your charge. Anytime you can just spend, like, there are so many effects in this game. Oh, you're casting, like, I don't know, like catalytic rupture. Oh, just put one of your dice down to maximize the damage. Oh, your bomb is going off. Your catalytic node is exploding. Oh, just take 10 hits. Right? Oh,
the thing I really like about this is that both any number that he rolls for these fate dice are gonna be useful because you want high numbers for the damage and the charges, and you want low numbers for hits and defense rolls if you need them.
The dice that are awkward, the worst dice to have are like 3s and 4s. You might be able to succeed a charge on a 4 though.
Yeah, you might have a charge on a 4. Boom, there you go. You might be defense 3. Boom, there you go. Like there's still reason for them. Maybe.
Yeah, like they're usable.
So
it's just
here's my
slightly more awkward.
Is the ejecta marker friendly to you?
Oh.
Yeah, make you.
That would need some clarification. I don't think so for the purposes of this.
I do agree, but
it says during the course of your battle. No, it just says during the course of your battle when you are called to roll dice, except for reinforcement and supremacy rolls, but before rolling them, you may spend. So you are called to roll those dice, right?
Someone walks up to your objective, shoots it, does 1 hit, and it's down to a wound. Oh, auto denied. Auto denied. Probably need some clarification on there. Probably need to dig a little deep into this FAQ. Or not FAQ. Whoa, there it is. Dig into the scenarios just to find.
It does just say when you are called to roll, and I do believe the opponent rolls the defense rolls on objectives.
You have been called to roll.
It's very open.
Hold on, I'm scrolling down to objectives. Okay, ejecta markers. One of the worst things in this fucking game.
Yeah.
Ejecta markers refer to models in the battlefield used to donate items of interest. Are models based on brute stance 2. These markers scenarios, blah, blah, blah. They don't have to activate, do not perform actions. They cannot be healed, restored, or moved. A regiment can march within one of any objective as well as march through as long as the regiment does not end up overlapping. Refer to ejecta markers friendly to one player or the other. Friendly ejecta markers cannot be destroyed or attacked by the player they are friendly to. Friendly ejecta markers when the objective zone of that zone is contested. However, a player still needs to have more. Yeah, enemy sands cannot score. Okay. Destroying the markers. Ejector markers can be damaged or destroyed from beginning of round 2. Damage markers are attacked the same way, blah, blah. Has regiment selected marker as a charge. Stands effect hits as normal. Or draw does not cause hits. They can volley with an effective. Cannot be the target by any special rules, draw events, action, or abilities before the beginning of round 2. Okay, so they can be the target of special rules, draw events, actions, or abilities after round 2. Cannot be targeted by spells. Not affected by hits or special rules. Targets resolve. Have 3 runes of defense value 3. Cannot suffer more than 1 rune per that. They cannot suffer 1. Ejection markers cannot suffer more than 1 rune per volley, action, spell, draw event. Oh yeah, because like you can do some weird indirect stuff with spells onto ejector markers. Weirdly, there's some really niche case, but doesn't come up. I think.
I just want to know: does it say the opponent?
I'm going through it.
Yeah. Because
like that's the only way you can read this because they don't organize anything that well.
It's so rough. Yeah.
Blah blah blah. For clash. Suffers 2 from heavies. Always pass resolve. Ejector markers defense rolls are rolled by the non-active player. So there's your call.
Yep.
Once all ejector markers lose
therefore you can do it
from play. Furthermore, damage dealt to ejector marker is tracked separately.
Based on the fact that it says the non-active player, you are called, therefore this rule applies. So
you imagine just denying someone who rolls crap? Like, I have rolled like 6 or 8 impacts into an ejective marker on a march charge. Like, I've shot it. I'm like, all right, now I gotta impact it. And just like
you just hit him with that 3.
Hit 2, like got 2 successes, and it's like, all right, I got 2 3s to burn. It's fine. It's like, wow, now I'm engaged with a fucking ejective marker. Now I gotta waste more time trying to kill it. That's so. Oh, when that moment comes up, you gotta like rub your nipples.
There's some dirty stuff you could do. Like, I feel like the more you play with this guy as your warlord, the more you're gonna like laser focus in on the things that you do that is gonna make your opponent like rage out. Even if they beat you, it's gonna be very frustrating when you're just like, cool. Like, it's in the same vicinity as Dwayg with like the auto pass stuff, where it's just kind of infuriating, and you're just like, cool. Well, I guess I can't do anything about that. And there's nothing that interacts with this rule as far as I'm aware. So that's real funny. Yeah.
I like the
Merchant Prince.
Multiple list entries of Merchant Prince does not allow you to propose an offer multiple times.
Oh,
you cannot stack multiple Merchant Prince. This is why this guy's won 20 points. People are like, I would never bring him if he wasn't the warlord. It's like, you bring him because like getting Vanguard 3 and potentially re-rolling one of your failed reinforcements is still...
Every round. You can't give yourself flank, but you can get close.
Yeah.
Or not close, but you can give yourself some breathing room.
And the other thing is
smooth that curve out.
His warband selection, like it's bound, force-grown Vanguards, they're fine. Any Spires regiment is restricted is just like, yeah, sure, I'll just take whatever I need.
Yeah, like, cool, figure it out. Like, I'm sure
he's
you
120
can do
because of that. He's 120 because he has a completely open warband. He's 120 because the proposed offer, you're getting Vanguard 3, you're getting a 1 dice reroll, and you're potentially getting a flank with Vanguard 3. And if he's your warlord, the fake dice come in and you're just like, blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah,
it's just profit.
Yeah.
It's just pure profit. Yeah. Those special abilities, like I don't know, he could literally just be in like
he sits in a unit of bound clones in the back and back
at the back of the thing, and you just laugh as you're just like, cool, what are you gonna do? You
take a unit of bound, you take a unit of force grown, he sits in the band, they sit on the back of the table, back scoring a zone, force grown drones go up to die, and then your 2 restricted slots or whatever you need in your army. Done.
Yeah. Like, it's just like cool. It just is like kind of the glue that just you can just fill in whatever you need. You're gonna take a unit of like force groans or bounds anyways. Like, you're gonna take these anyways in some other unit, like in a way that's like probably more annoying or whatever. So like, this is the guy where it's like, if you don't want to take something, like if you don't want to take a biomancer for whatever reason,
Grab
or
him.
like the Bioman's. Then you just take him. Yeah, you don't want to take like a high clone. You could probably take this guy. You're missing out on the high clone augmenting a little bit. Like, well, I don't know. I think the double time is quite good. So like, but you know, like if you're ever just like okay, like there's no one who's kind of like bridging this list the way that I want to. You can just throw this guy in, and he's pretty much always going to fit. Or realistically, the way that I'm kind of looking at this is like, what character do I replace with him? Because I want him in my army, because just him being there gives me a huge advantage.
Yeah, I like him. Should we now talk about the real guy who got a glow up in all
the mimetic?
Spire? Yeah, the mimetic assassin who's finally useful.
Yeah.
Yep. He fucks, he slaps, and he kills. His new ability. So what happens is he will replace a stand in a regiment, and assassination directive. He doesn't attach. When a friendly infantry regiment declares a clash, you immediately replace a non-command stand with him. They then do, I think, their damage. They inflict X hits to the enemy. They inflict X hits where their wound was, or whatever wounds they had on the stand.
So, character inflicts X hits to a single enemy regiment in contact with the character's stand. To be fair, the character is the assassin, where X is the wounds characteristic of the stand, the character that the assassin replaced. And these hits benefit from Cleave 2 and do not trigger morale tests.
Yep. Then he immediately duels. And then the character acts as having activated, and they're currently attached to, may continue performing its clash. So you get hit by a bunch of 4 or 5 Cleave 2s, and then you then decide if you want to duel or not, and then you get stabbed by him in the unit.
Yeah.
Awesome. And he's 60 points.
That's all the mimetic assassin ever needed to be. He just needed to be a beatstick character that pops out from where you need him and just murders something. And if it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna rock up with like my my Coney or something, or you know, like my blooded is in range of some like whatever, like maybe like
Vanguards, Force Grown Jones. Vanguards would be a good one, to be honest.
That's what I was thinking. Vanguards, potentially Strix.
They are an infantry. Can do them. Can Strix have characters attached? I think they can't join the Strix because he doesn't fly. Or can he? Oh god, that's weird. Now
I don't think there's anything in here that says that he can't.
Let's go check out Strix. The regiment does not affect friendly or enemy reinforcement. A stand without this special rule may not join this regiment. So he needs irregular. There it is. So you can't do Strix.
It's a regular. It's a regular.
Yeah, I knew it was in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Because think about it. Would you put a Ferromancer in Strix?
No, yeah.
Would you, like, I'm not gonna lie. I think like someone would have done it.
If you could put characters in Strix, potentially there's a point to it. But
being a backline ambulance,
you know what I forgot today?
What?
Or no, I didn't forget. It just did nothing. Yeah. Anyways.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think you stick this guy in like
any clone or drone. What's an infantry? Fuck it, go.
Yeah, I think you want him in. Yeah. There's a large variety of stuff that you could stick him in depending on what's in your list. But yeah, I don't know. He pops out and then just like he's getting 6 attacks on Clash 3, Cleave 2, Flurry, and Quicksilver Strike if you're dueling. So like I don't know. He just pops out, and like if you have a bunch of stuff like shielding your army, like lights or whatever, and then like you run some kind of a character into range of one of them, then this guy can just go sicko mode.
Yeah, no, he's a freaking.
And 60 points is cheap.
I feel
60 points is good.
I feel like there's usually, depending on how list building goes, sometimes there's like 80 points and you can't fit in another regiment or something, and you start looking at upgrades, but you don't have enough points. Pardon me. You don't have enough upgrade slots to get all like filled out, and so it's like, oh yeah, there we go. Grab him for 60. Good enough. Yeah. That's all the characters, various parts of their warband, supremacy, strains. Did a lot of talking there on that. I don't want to go through mutations, eccentricities, and
yeah, we talked about the important ones. They mostly do what they say on the tin. All the weird combo-y stuff. I think we already went over.
Yeah, there's some fun
we
stuff
can kind of. Yeah, we can kind of just cruise through.
Yeah, let's go through some regiments and then we'll wrap her up because that should be about 2 hours. And I think people will be happy for a nice 2 hour talk about Strix. Okay. Bound clones. Let's start those guys. I like bound clones. I like new bound clones. I'm not gonna lie.
They got a lot better.
Yeah, they have a job.
Yeah, they do something now.
That's to be the backbone bitch of Spires Society.
Yep.
You are now the men-at-arms of Spires. Welcome to your day, boys. But even then, 150, Bastion, support 2, cleave 1, bodyguards, strain for support +2 when they're big bricking it. You underspires them for that regen of 2. Like, was this Lineage Guard when the High Clone Executor is in there? They gain the Iron Discipline special rule.
Which fucking goes hard. Yeah,
they ward Perceptor for reroll 6s on their defense, a 3 to Bastion to 4. What? They're bound clones are your brick unit. There you go, Spires. You bound code brick. Your other brick unit is your force grown drones. But bound clones are gonna be they're solid mediums. I like what they're doing. 150 is a bit of an ask for their starting price, but they have a lot going for them, and they really scream, we want a high clone in us or some kind of character with the bodyguards rule. And then 40 per stand is pretty decent to get additional stands.
Yeah, this is probably one of the most improved units in the faction. You would rarely or never see them. Now they're pretty good.
Yep. There's we can the catabolic node if you really want. But you probably taking force grown drones because they're gonna explode.
Just throw those in force grown drone MSUs.
Yeah, Deso drones is the next one. What is it? They lost AP1. They strained for deadly, except their -1 defense thing is now on when you target the enemy regiment. Is no longer upon hit, so you're still getting your AP1.
Yeah, you just do it a different way. So I don't know. They're fine. They hardly changed at all.
They're good.
They got +1 to their barrage. That's nice. You can get deadly through their strain. Don't do it.
Oh, their barrage 4.
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
Yep. +1 to their barrage. Very nice. Yeah. Oh, I think Oblivious is new too. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
No, I think they had Oblivious before.
They're good.
Let me just pop up I think they had Oblivious before. We're just gonna go up to the printer-friendly version of Spires because it's old.
Yeah.
Please continue. What's the next one on there while I go look at... Oh, I zoomed in too much. Old
in order... so the order in this app is a little different than the order you're going by.
Oh, I'm just going by the PDF because that's just what I have open.
Okay. What's the next unit in the PDF then?
We go down. Come on. Force Grown Jones, the next brick unit. You can talk about these guys while I go look at old Spires.
Okay, Force Grown Drones, they have regen 2. And under Spires, they go to the regen 4. Their strain expression.
Yeah, they did gain Oblivious.
Cool. Yeah, that's what I figured. So they get lethal demise 1. Okay, whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
That doesn't matter. I think these are one of the units that they just needed to give them something, and they gave them that. Because other stuff triggers off of strains, like the Consumption Beast and stuff. So it's just there. Whatever. Optimized fodder. Regiment can only suffer a maximum of 8 wounds from any given instance of the Decay special rule. In addition, should this regiment consist of at least 6 stands, during list building, its strain ability permanently changes to lethal demise 2, whereas its regen permanently changes to regen +4. Okay, so you have 6 of them, they're regen 4, and then you take under Spires, and now they're regen 6. Boom, you're healing back a stand and a half. And because they're drones, they do this even if they're broken. It's pretty cool.
The maximum amount of wounds you can take is 8, so you can always you're not ever going into a deficit with Force Grown drones, it seems, or it's going to take much longer compared to everything else.
Yeah, you're at -2, if you're probably in the configuration, you're like regen 6ing, and then you're like taking max 8. So you're at like -2. That's not bad. Like,
No,
and then there's ways to like heal that chip. Like that's effectively chip. You can heal that off.
But the other thing is, if you don't strain a turn, you heal another 6. You're fine.
Yeah, it just goes away. So like the thing is that their basic strain expression is just lethal demise like 1 or 2. Like, I don't know. It's fine. You're probably using the strain stuff in order to trigger other things, is my take. Or like you take a Ferromancer Warlord and then you can get +1 March and Clash, and then, you know,
like
something like that. I don't know.
We haven't got to the Consumption Beast, but I'm gonna be honest. I think you just Force-Grown Drone spamming your strains to heal the Consumption Beast, and then you're just regenerating it back, because at that point you're just like, whatever. And this is very much screams for the strains, as we talked about before. You are not getting your value out of using the strain or spamming the strain with this regiment. This is not one you get value.
Even at Lethal Demise 2, it's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Okay, there's one last rule that matters quite a bit. Before the first reinforcement roll of the game, should a Biomancer or Ferromancer be attached to the Force-Grown Drones regiment, you may decide to change that regiment's cost to medium, so they can score. If there's a character attached to them. If a Biomancer or Ferromancer is attached to them, that's a workaround. In old directorate lists, you used to be able to cast a thing that made, or like use a Biomancy that would make a light into a medium. Now it's just Force-Grown Drones, and only if there's a character in them. So we've gone full circle, where it used to be the high clone character is counting as a medium in scoring, and then they like removed all of that, and then they've like made it so that you would cast, and now we've like come completely full circle, so now only a specific character can make a specific light score. Whatever. What are you doing? Parabellum?
What is it? Absolute game design. Getting some Martin Scorsese in there. I wanna. Oh my god! Am I gonna make a meme where it's like Leo's face with Martin's like absolute game design? Fuck god.
This is the thing. This is the kind of stuff that just makes me like, you know, sigh heavily. Where I'm just like, okay, cool, you did that.
I like them. They're good. 90 points for this.
Like they're good.
This is a fantastic unit.
It's just the thing that they did is like, it's the same thing, you know? Like it's like they did the thing again, and I'm like, okay. Oh yeah, the old healing thing was called Mend Flesh, just heal 2. Okay, whatever. It's gone. Dead and gone. Okay, what's the next unit in the PDF?
All right, Marksman clones, your boys.
Okay, Marksman clones.
I like them. They lost 2 inches and
lost 2
AP1
inches
on strain.
There's some other. Oh yeah, Okay, this is good. This is good because the -2 inches is like everything in the game is like getting reduced movement and range. Whatever, it was gonna hit sooner or later. Whatever, I don't care. Like 18 inches is plenty. Arcing fire, good as always. Okay, the big thing is that now you used to be able to give them deadly blades through the Biomancer. Can't do that anymore. Instead, they get to burnout and get AP1. AP1 is by and large better than deadly blades or than old Grant Virulence, which would give deadly shots. The reason is that Tenacious completely like highly and specifically nullifies deadly, and also Untouchable highly nullifies this. And it just AP1, I think, is just more consistent.
Consistency.
Yeah, consistency is king. This gives them consistency. You don't have these weird spikiness. That's kind of the theme of like new Spires is like consistency. They do the thing that they used to do, but they do it in a consistent way, and you don't have the potential for any crazy BS to happen. Whatever, it's fine. Yeah, Marksman clones are good.
Yep. And then if they're healing on under Spires, they're going to be one of the guys who are going to be using the strain a lot and trying to heal it back up. I think this is like the exception to the rule of don't spam strain. They kind of every time they shoot, if they're if you want to
do it pretty regularly,
yeah, you're going to be doing it.
You might be skipping turns here or there, but yeah, it's good.
Well, you can be skipping and then like double timing into the right spot. Next one for you is onslaught drones. They're pretty much the same, except their strain is +2 to the charge and line breaker. They got counterattack, oblivious, and flurry. They're fine.
They gained counterattack and they gained flurry. Yeah. And well, actually, they gained all of these special wills. They used to just have like line breaker and burnout.
Yeah, that's right. Also, they can catabolic node. A lot of things actually got catabolic node.
Catabolic node
is it on
still
all
pretty
drones?
good.
I think it's just on all. No, bound clones. So it's on.
Bound clones are honorary drones.
Yeah.
Like for real though.
The dregs of Spire Society. Yeah,
they're literally like the guys who just sucked at everything else.
You are a drone.
Yeah, here. You're so disposable, we'll put a suicide bomber in here. Yeah, there you go.
Oh my god, yeah, because Desolate drones, you get a bomb. Bound clones, you get a bomb. Force drones, you get a bomb. Onslaught clones or drones? I took my glasses off here. They are drones, yeah, so you get a bomb.
Onslaught drones.
Yep.
Okay.
All the drones get a bomb. Brute drones, you're too big for a bomb. You don't get one.
So like,
that's funny. I'm sorry, that's really funny.
Yeah. Okay. So like counterattack is like rough. It's kind of like the whole high clone like supremacy stuff where it's like, oh, I'm getting punched in the face, and it's like I have defense 2, evasion 1, resolve 2. Like you're probably not living if you're getting counterattack is just letting you like hopefully hit them once or twice. You're not getting anything special. Flurry and oblivious. Flurry is really good.
Oblivious on resolve 2 is not that great.
Yeah, actually, it doesn't matter.
No, wait a minute. It is actually good because you're going to be using it a lot because of how much resolve is going to get passed.
Yeah, but you're going to be dying in like the defense rolls and like I don't.
You
okay, like, you might live on one.
Failed 2. You fail 6 resolve. You're still dead. Actually, 6 goes to 3. Yeah, you're live on 1. Good job, boys.
You might live on 1. Okay, cool. They are medium, so they can still score. That's good. Flurry is really good. They have 5 attacks. Clash 2. These are kind of like.
Are they your cheap medium scorer? They're 135.
They're speed 5, and they're not clones, so you can't double time them. So
I'm not gonna lie. I think onslaught drones were the ones who like. Yes, they got bonuses, but out of everyone, they are the weakest link.
They tried. Like, they get the, like, participation award. Like, you tried real hard.
At least Bound Clothes got a job of being shitters, and it's like, we were just gonna explode you. But Onslaught Drones, they totally forgot about these guys. They're like, who are you?
Oh, yeah. And the thing about Bound Clones is it's like, okay, Defense 2 with Shield and Bastion.
Yeah, you're doing great. Good job.
And Resolve 3. Okay, like, I rest my case, right? And Iron Discipline and Support. Right, they're like the household guard of Spires, you know.
Yep, they're doing great. I love them. But Onslaught drones, you were forgotten about. You are the weakest link.
They are the ugly child. Okay, they're the one that everyone loved least. Yeah, and they're awkward to take because they're not in a lot of warbands, right? So it's like already this stupid unit that like is weird. You like it's kind of like. Ferromancer, like Ferromancer and like Merchant Prince, because Merchant Prince, you know, has everything.
Are you really spending your restricted slot on fucking onslaught drones?
No,
like
of course
if someone
not.
does that, I'm like, I gotta pull him aside and be like, buddy, what are you doing? Buddy,
yeah, I don't see him anywhere else.
High Clone has onslaught drones.
Yeah, okay.
He has better things to do with his life.
Okay,
like, they're there, but like you're never grabbing them. I don't think there's ever a reason to grab
I could take Force-Grown drones, or I could take Bound clones. I could take Force-Grown drones, stick the High Clone into them, and now they're a medium.
No,
and they're just
only
better.
Pharaoh or Bio.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you take Bound clones anyway. Who gives a shit about these things?
Yeah, it's like it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, onslaught drones. You're only gonna. Yeah, you don't take.
We're done. We've made these guys feel bad about themselves. Strix, Sadly, Strix did get hit by the nerf bat, but I would still say they are relevant to the game and the Spires game plan.
I'd say they're kind of about par from where they were. They're a little like the -2 to their movement is the biggest. Oh well, yeah. Actually, also lethal demise 3. They used to be lethal 4.
Yeah, so like lethal demise 3, movement 8, clash 1 instead of clash 2. That's big one
with opportunists.
But they gained opportunists. Lastly, we have their strain. What is enemy regiment in contact with them from the front arc suffers -1 to their clash. So if the Strix are in your flank, did a bunch of opportunists, activate their strain, that regiment gets -1 clash. So if you get a unit of bound clones into, let's say, Household Knights, they're battling it out, and the Strix hit the Household Knights on the side, do a bunch of damage, and then also get -1 clash onto the Household Knights. That's going to lower their effectiveness into the bound clones at the front. I like that game plan. It's interesting. It has something to do. Strix still have a spot of being fast flyers that get in the way or harass backlines, but they're going to be doing a lot more of their damage with opportunists and from the flank now than flying into the front of, let's say, a unit or crossbows, tying them up, killing them progressively that way, and then exploding on them to kill them. The more that damage has to come from the side, so there's a little bit more positioning the Strix have to do instead of just running 20 across the table.
You have to play them better now, which is fine. The other cool thing though is you can take Fairmancer Warlord and then give them +1 to their March and Clash, and now they're Clash 2 base charge into a flank with Flurry. Is
really good.
Yeah, now you have Clash 3 flurry if you get into something's flank. That's not bad.
Vanguard clone infiltrate. I'm kind of done with the Strix. I still think they're good.
There's not much else to say. They do what Strix do. They're kind of about the same. BCI are cool. They might be relevant again.
They don't have fluid formation anymore, but they do have the shooty version of acute sentences. They got loose innately, what's kind of nice.
That's good.
Barrage and range is still the same.
They have aim shot as well.
So they're always shooting on volley 3, what's really nice.
Doesn't go up, doesn't go down.
Yeah. Now their strain is the targets of their volley do not benefit from skewering and loose until end of their action.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Especially with that Spires heal.
Yep. And then they also have Swift Retreat.
This one is actually, I like what it's doing. They perform withdrawal, always kind of perform a clean withdrawal and choose not to reform facing away. So you could first action withdrawal and then shoot at people. Because the range 12. If you're range 12,
they're
someone's probably going
to
get to you. However, with clean withdrawal, go to the core rules. Core rules.
You take 1d6.
And then resolve. So you can live through that.
Yeah. It's not
don't
good,
get me wrong.
But
I have.
Oh, but if you have Merchant Prince. Now you pick one. And then you laugh.
Yeah, you take 2 wounds, you're out. Yeah. Yep. I've actually had it where I think it was a unit of stalkers. I rolled a clean withdrawal for the resolve, rolled a 6, and then failed all the resolve checks on the withdrawal.
And then they just explode?
Yeah, they just 12 wounds and died, and I was like, you gotta be shitting me right now.
This is a thing that we talked about a while ago, and I think one of the things that, after playing this game for long enough, one of the things that I'm not a huge fan of is there's no way to, once you get into combat, you are stuck there. You're grinding it out, and there's nothing you can really do about it other than die. And that makes the game, once the battle lines kind of form up, it becomes quite static as compared to games with a fleeing mechanic or a withdrawal that doesn't just nuke you. So I don't know, seeing something like this, it's nice. So yeah, I don't know. They're good. Acute, loose formation innately is very good, and being able to just ignore loose and ranged means that they're a strong close range counter. They're a strong close ranged counter shooting unit. Yeah,
they're counter battery. I think they have a spot. They're interested in their uke. They have a job to do. They got good tech, and they can do what they want to do.
They lost rapid volley, which was what made them kind of overwhelming. Well, that and the fact that you could score with them.
Yeah. Also, you could take an assault perceptor for 30. That's a lot of points. 30 points. My God.
Yep.
And give them reroll sixes, or not? Sorry. Yeah, reroll sixes on their hits if you want more damage. Like that's an
Yeah,
option.
that's fine. I don't know.
But
Rapid volley was quite good.
Rapid volley was quite good. I agree with you. And once
So,
again,
I
the
don't
strain
know.
ability, you're gonna only use it when you need it. So
Yep.
there you go.
It does, like, if you're like, oh, I need to go and like get in the jungle and Katachan jungle fighter some people, then hey, you found the guys to do that, I guess.
Vanguard
Oh,
clones.
they're also good at that. They're the melee flavor.
Yeah, so
Um,
they're now lights. They're
which kind of sucks.
145. What's a weird point? Yeah, I don't know if I like them at lights. They also have loose formation. Oh shit. Okay. Well, that's good.
Yep.
I didn't
Loose
realize
formation
that.
shield Vanguard 4.
Yeah, they're still the same stat line. Actually, I think they lost evasion. They won stat point of evasion. They went from evasion 2 to
Yep,
evasion.
they lost one evasion and they lost one class or one attack.
Oh,
But
yeah,
the
'cause
attack
they're-
is in their strain, so you can get it back if you want. Yeah, that's why I'm saying there's a lot of stuff where I'm like, oh, they needed to do something and they didn't know what to do, so they did this.
God damn it.
It's like, okay.
Yeah, but you don't have to use your strain effect for their to be honest should have been their strain effect. Enemy regiments.
This is what I said.
Suffer -1 to their attack, -1 to their attack characteristic when doing clashes against this regiment. So if the Vanguard clones are in someone's flank and then they're fighting, let's say once again I'm using the bound clones as the example here. The household knights in this example will get full attacks in the bound, but we'll get -1 attack into the Vanguard clones. So
yeah,
that's fine. Keeps them alive a little more. They kind of want to engaging into fights, but yeah, the strain. Even then, like having that always active is also nice, and not having to strain for it.
So again,
like they don't have to strain for the
what I'm always thinking about is like the Ferromancer replacement strain of +1 clash, +1 march. That's good. That's really good on them. I like that all day. Much more than this.
Yeah, no, you're right. God damn it.
So, like, I don't know. They do a specific thing. You run them on a flank. They protect something. They can run into the woods after the unit that you're trying to play coy with, and they'll just chop it down, and then you like attack back, and whatever's left, you're like, oh, that sucks. Because like they basically want to find a flank, and they want to run into some woods, and then they want to like find a kind of angry unit, and then they just want to be like, ha ha ha, no, you didn't. And yeah, I don't know. Like they're good for bullying specific types of units, but they're not like gonna win they don't win fights outside of the stuff that they want to fight.
I think they bully guns.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause like, oh yeah, look at that. Oh, you're little like idiot gun guys. Like, oh, you had to shoot at me with loose formation. And then it's like, and now you clash. You have garbage for your clash stat, and now your attacks are less. So, I don't know. I just think you run them on a flank, and they can do some cool stuff. But like, you have to like pick your moment, and you have to like. They can also deny scoring, which is good. They can't score themselves, but they can run up onto a zone and like, oh, well, actually, you didn't score that, and they can be annoying to get rid of.
Yeah, let's go to Avatara.
Yeah, they're
like I got nothing else to say about them. Like
it's
we
like,
kind of
it just is what it is.
They're the melee version of a counter battery. Avatara 175 stat line. They gained an attack.
Gained an attack. Gained a clash.
Yep, they are always superior created.
They lost them. They lost a march. They used to be 7.
Fuck these guys. Why are you outrunning a horse?
Yeah,
they deserve it. Strain, as mentioned before, flawless strikes, superior creation. So we get into the husk thing. Basically, all the husks have superior creation. I think there's 1 or 2 other things that have superior creations that are not husks.
It used to be a stupid rule. Now it's okay. Like it's fine.
-1 wound when you're affected by decay. Sweet.
It's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Nice.
Avatar are literally doing the same thing they were doing before. I don't have much to say.
They're slightly less fast. Yep.
Brute drones. Let's talk about My
Okay,
love.
these guys, there's stuff to say. They are quite
Yeah, we
nice.
got.
So thanks to the war crimes Carl committed, they were bumped from 150 up to 170 for literally like about 2 years, and now they've gone back down to 150. It's pretty sweet. Feels good. Their basic special rules: Impact 3, Linebreaker, Oblivious, Unstoppable. Okay, so they lost Flurry, they gained Linebreaker, and they gained no, they always had Unstoppable. My bad. So essentially, they lost Flurry and they gained Linebreaker.
Did they always have 6 attacks?
No, they had 5 attacks before.
Oh,
I missed
we got
that.
another attack. That's okay.
Clash, still 5 wounds. I think they may have been Resolve 4 before. I don't remember.
They were Resolve 4.
So whatever, it's fine.
They were Resolve 4. They had 5 attacks, and
they gained the Strain, Expression, Get Cleave 1. So now you're not limited to the unit that your Fairmancer is in, inducing Lethargy and then activating into them to give like -1 defense to your target. Now they can just pop that no matter what. The Fairmancer gives them don't take decay damage, so it's still slightly better, but they do the same thing that they did, just slightly better. With like -1 to their clash. So again, I think you're looking at this in terms of, if I'm going to activate the Strain, do I get the +1 clash, or do I go for, do I get the +1 to cleave, or do I go for +1 march and +1 clash? So that now you're hitting on 3s with with Inspired is on 4s. Like, I don't know, you can pick between run faster, hit more, or cleave 1. It's very good.
So,
and they have an extra attack. It's amazing.
Yeah. Here's the other thing that really boosted Brute Drones. These two things, they're mainstay now.
Oh,
and they're 150 points. As
minus
a
20 point cost.
150 point cost mainstay.
They go hard.
MSU like this, fantastic. These guys, you want a bunch of these guys just running around. They can sit on zones. They can fight individual battles. They like to brawl. They're kind of they are. They're
kind
tanky
of think
enough.
of them like they're kind of like army ants.
Yeah, they're tanky enough to be annoying and probably not going to die in one round. So you got to put extra work to get rid of them. And they're just kind of like they'll trade nicely into other like random crap. It's like a distraction Carnifex, but now you just have a bunch of these motherfuckers running around, just being annoying and just like scoring, doing their stuff, having a great time. Brute Drones, fantastic. Go grab Brute Drones.
They're like big old nasty soldier ants that are just crawling all over the place. You got like the big old swarm, and then you got these things that are just kind of like that medium size, and it's just like, a lot of them biting you is just a bad time. Yeah, it's kind of the vibe I get.
Brute Drones are great. You want to go to Incarnate Sentinels?
Sure.
I just want to check. They went up 10 points. Lost evasion.
Yep.
What am I looking at here?
They gained Resolve.
Did they gain Resolve? Yes, they did.
They gained
same attacks. Cleave 2 impacts. Fearsome, Fearless is all the same.
Yep.
Actually, they did not have Fearsome or Fearless.
Oh yeah, well yeah, those two.
And
I mean,
Superior Creations on them. Strain Trample. I think the only time you strain Trample is when you're like need to do a ton of damage to like a large brick. They got plenty of attacks. They got plenty of cleave. The Trample is just to secure the kill so that they're not stuck in. But with impacts, clash, and trample, you should be able to kill a lot of stuff with them, especially if you big brick them up themselves. They're still doing the same thing and doing the same job as before, to be honest.
They feel like they're in a similar position as something like Warbred in Wadroon.
And I think they do a better job than what Warbred's trying to do.
Well, it's just that they're quite expensive. And like they're good, but like do you have like I don't know. Maybe the solution is more Brute Drones. You know?
We've come to Brute Drones and now we can't leave.
Well, that's the problem. It's just like, oh, okay, but could I have more Brute Drones? Like they're look, if I can just get more Brute Drones, I might want more Brute Drones. Like because the big reason that you used to take them is that they were Brute drones used to they had like 5 attacks and 5 wounds. Like essentially, brute drones like are less accurate and don't have like massive cleave. But like the problem again is like it's the same reason I don't really like smite. Everything's like rocking evasion, so you're probably wasting a lot of that cleave, and like the clash 3 and the 6 wounds is what you're paying for, you know? And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Like, whatever. Like they're cool. Like this is the thing. I really like the models. Like they're probably my favorite model, and it's like, man, I want to take them, but I always like feel like taking them is a mistake.
Well, you can burn them out for +1 move to get to 7, and like there's stuff you can do with them. I think they're in a good spot, to be honest. They got a lot going for them. You're not going to spam their strain. You're only going to use it when you need to finish something off or you're hitting into something that's a little big.
Like they're fine.
Yeah,
I just feel like other things. I want to take other. Like if I'm gonna make a more competitive list, I feel like I'm taking other stuff though.
Yeah, I agree with you. But like Incarnate Sentinels
that's my problem.
Are not bad. They're not onslaught drones. They're not.
Yeah, they're not terrible, but they're not above the Pareto curve, right? They're not on that like high efficiency curve.
Oh, okay. I was you said the Pareto curve, and I'm like, what the fuck is the Pareto curve?
Yeah, there's this thing called the Pareto frontier where it's like, okay, if you have like, think of it like Magic, right? If there's like a 2/2 creature that costs like 1 mana versus one that costs 2, the one that costs 1 is just inherently better. Therefore, it would be like, it would be like under the Pareto curve. It's just more efficient. Anything that does the same kind of thing but is more expensive or just has more drawbacks or whatever, it's just slightly not efficient enough. I don't think they're far away, but I just think that with the other options, like for instance, brute drones are gonna push them out.
Yeah, I get you.
And they're hard to take. That's the problem. In the warband thing, it's hard. It's kind of a pain to take them. So I don't know. That's kind of what I got on them. I wish I could take them more. They're cool. They look cool.
Let's go with Centaur Avatar.
Okay, yeah, Centaur Avatar. They're cool.
Lost a movement, and
they got deadly charge.
Yeah, and strain, and they strain for shock. So you're probably going to strain them on the charge. Perform to march immediately followed by a charge. They get to reroll. Until the end of the round, each failed defense roll of 6 is rolled by a charging enemy. Suffers an additional. Oh, they got dead. Yeah, you're right. They don't have a fuck. God damn it.
What else do you call it? It's deadly charge.
Yeah, I just read it. Yeah, I like it. Like they're still doing the same thing. They're just one less movement. Okay, but they gain shock.
Yeah, and like you can let's see here.
They're doing the exact same thing as they were before.
Upon drawing the last card in your command stack, choose to spend 3 tokens. If the card is a non-monster regiment, remove broken and heal 5. So you could heal 5 off of them potentially. Like, I don't know. Yeah, sure, it's fine. Like, again, this is a strain where it's like, oh, deadly charge. Yeah, or no, rather. Sorry, shock is actually potentially worth it.
Yeah, I think shock is worth it. Like, if you're march charging, shock.
Yeah, just hit them with the shock. Yeah, why not?
You're straining. You have enough wounds to deal with this.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry, I thought the deadly charge was the strain.
Yeah, you can do this twice before you lose a guy. What's actually good?
Yeah.
Centaur Avatar, you're good. 190, yeah.
And there's a way to heal. There are ways to heal these guys too. You got to be a little clever about it, but you can like essence transfer onto them, and you can use the Biomancer to heal them if you want to heal them.
I like.
Okay.
But they're doing the same thing as they were doing before. They're just doing it better.
Yep.
Leonin Avatar, doing the exact same thing. Precise shot, smites on 1.
They sucked before, and they suck now.
They're still AP2 deadly shot, and now they have smites on 1s. Their big issue is that they are Barrage 3. That is their big issue. At range 14, Barrage 3 doesn't really cut it, because even though basically every time they hit, they're going to do damage, it's just not enough hits to, like, secure kills.
Hey, half of 10 is still 5, okay? That's the problem. Half of 10 is still 5.
And your opponent's probably going to save some of those, like 1 or 2 of them, to reduce it enough anyway. Like,
And then they're going to use Tenacious, and they're going to get rid of Deadly. So Deadly may as well not be on there. The thing is with Deadly, you need a lot of hits for it to potentially do its thing. This is not doing it. I don't know. Whatever. They exist.
They do not have the hits. Yeah, they
sucked before and they suck now. Born in the trash can, live in the trash can, die in the trash can.
Should I replace Oscar the Grout or the Grouch in the trash can with Leona Avatara? Just like poking his head out of the can. Like, oh boy. Abomination had a little
blowed up. Kind of got blow up.
He's fun. Medium 180. I think this thing actually went up 30 points.
He got 4 wounds.
Hey, for those 30 points, this guy better get some wounds. He's 12 attacks.
Yep, he got more attacks. He got more wounds. Okay, the cool thing is he's got different effects from just desserts. So, depending on your sub-faction, you get different flavors of a bomb.
As we found out, tortured prisoner. You get different flavors of tortured prisoner.
Yes. So, the solve flavor is hardened 1. Okay, that's fine. Solve kind of just sucks. Directorate +2 to its march. Okay, that's actually really good. Get back up to the old march speed, right? A medium monster that's march 10. Even if it sucks, it can go places.
Yeah.
And then Underspires.
Cleave 1, it'll do work.
Yeah, and then Underspires, the regiment gets regeneration 2 draw event. So it's getting regen 2 base and then +2 from the Underspires. So
it
it's
is a
regen
monstrosity, 4. Not a drone or a clone.
Oh, correct.
It will not get
that's correct.
Still, regen 2 is nice.
Regen 2 on this guy, it's fine. Yeah, like, I don't know. It's just fine.
So the Abomination did lose 1 resolve. He went from 4 to 3, but also gained an evasion. He's good. They've been trying to make this guy work forever. He's in an interesting spot where I would not be surprised if people went and played him here or there, to be honest.
I think he's like a flex pick. Like, yeah, you just
when you want to flex in your opponent. How many Abominations do you have? 5. What are you gonna do about it?
I kind of think that the Directorate version with the +2 movement's probably the best. Now this thing's like a missile. Like,
yeah, it's a
March 10.
Missile with enough attacks to actually do something.
Yeah, and what does its strain do? Oh, relentless blows.
Ones explode. Yeah, it'll do work.
That's fine.
I'm not gonna lie. If this thing's going in, it's straining every single time.
Yeah, just strain until it's dead. Like, whatever.
Right? I got 4 more of them.
Yeah. I feel like, a bunch of bombs is like really funny. Like, that could be a fun thing to do. I don't know.
We'll take the Merchant Prince so I can actually roll, like, get some guaranteed charges out of this guy, or set up some ones for relentless blows.
I mean, he's still like move 8 and unstoppable. Like, that's nothing. And then there's an upgrade that can, like, within 8 inches of the character, you can roll 2d6 for charges. And like, these guys are charging far enough away that you could be charging from downtown.
Yeah, no, I like it.
I don't know. It has a place. It's still not like my first pick, but it actually is like you're going to get some value out of him.
He's not. He's no longer dog shit trash.
Yeah, he's better.
Yeah. Siegebreaker. I don't know what much happened between you.
Okay. Siegebreaker.
2 more attacks. He's finally moving up in the world.
Yep.
Start at 8, went to 10, went to 12.
Because the Ferromancer used to have a thing where you could make him, once he was in, he could, you would immediately activate him off the Ferromancer and he could perform, like, clash twice. Like, it removed the you can only clash once restriction on him. So you would burn him out and then clash twice for 20 attacks, hitting on 4s. All of them are smite, which sounds good, but kind of doesn't matter as much as you would hope, because it's really just roll your evasion. I don't know. He's fine.
Yeah, he's also got +2 wounds to 18. And did he go up points? Yeah, he went up 20 points. Ugh.
Like, that's kind of sucks.
Yeah, but he also gained Juggernaut for a strain, which actually pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Guarantee 12. Like,
for 3 wounds, yeah, why not?
He's in a good spot.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Siegebreaker's good for the same reasons he was always good, and it's not about damage output. It's the fact that like he's fast enough. He's fast enough. He's resolve 4, he's defense 4, and he has a bunch of wounds. You're gonna have to chew through this. Oh, like, and he's fearless. So like, he just is one of those things where it's just like it's a pain in the ass to kill him, and you have to dedicate something to kill him. Otherwise, he'll just live. You used to be able to heal him 4. You can't do that anymore. There's like only one upgrade, character upgrade heals, and it heals like D6. So that's another reason to take a Merchant Prince, because then you can get your
Merchant Prince is printing money.
Yeah, like you see what I'm talking about here. Like the more like we go over this stuff, the more it's like Merchant Prince he's cash money, baby.
Cash money. Should we talk about the Quaddle?
Next? Oh, Terravon?
Yeah, the Quaddle.
Yeah, sure. It moves and it shoots and it can score zones. And that's about it.
Yeah. It has a free volley. It's range 12. You're gonna move up.
It has an 8.
Shoot and back up 4. Your volley 3. Love and life.
The strain. The strain is an 8-inch of you cannot heal or perform rally combat actions. That is so situational, and like this thing does not want to be 8 inches from anything.
If it's 8 inches from something, it better be like shoot the charge in to try and not die.
Yeah, and it's huge. Like this thing is size 3, so like everything can see it, and you're like, oh, like they are not durable.
Also, yeah, and also it's gone from D3 to D2. It's E2, so it's saving on 2s, resolve 3 of 14 wounds. Like it's dying. Its defensive stats is worse than a Quaddle. Its barrage is higher than a Quaddle. I think a Quaddle's like 6 or something right now. It's got 10. Same
it's fine.
Volley.
Like
if you really want to, you can aim to 4 to volley. Like it's offensively better than a Quaddle. It's defensively worse than a Quaddle. It's a Quaddle.
And you just hide behind something and then shoot it, and then you want to get onto his own, and then when you're on his own, you're happy, and then you just fly around. You're like, I don't know, you just fly around and shoot stuff. Like
the Terraphon is really
that's all
good.
it does.
If anyone says otherwise, I don't know what you're doing. Like share whatever you're starting with me. I want it. But the Quaddle is great.
Try to stay out of combat. Try to stay out of close combat. You don't like that.
Yeah, Lawless right now probably taking two Spires Quaddle. They're good.
So like the big thing with that is you need something to score.
Yeah, it scores.
It's good at scoring. You fly up, you shoot things, and you fly back, and then you touch a zone, and like I don't know. It's not okay. It used to be interesting, and now it's like it does a thing.
Yeah,
and it's not as interesting, but it's okay.
Like if you like, I will admit the players who are like, it was interesting. It was like a mini Ferromancer before. A lot of cool abilities now being reduced to a Quaddle. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. Like that's not cool, Parabellum. It was really cool. Being a Spires Quaddle is not really cool.
It's fine, but it's not interesting.
Good. Yeah,
it's just not interesting. I take them, but I'm like, okay, like whatever. I need a score.
Desolation Beast is interesting.
Desolation Beast is very interesting.
I kind of love him for being a little
new
freak.
Model.
Yeah, but he's also a freak.
Oh yeah. I actually like the way that this thing looks. I like the stupid, weird, like pseudo bio Necron. Like I don't know. I like his weird goo gun.
No, I think that's
his goo gun. Like, look, he's got the Oozinator. Okay. Have you ever seen the Oozinator commercial?
Oh, probably.
I'm gonna show you the Oozinator commercial.
Just send it to me and I'll watch the Oozinator.
Yeah.
He's doing
this is a work of art. This is possibly one of the funniest things I have ever that aired as a commercial that like wasn't a meme.
I don't know. There's been a lot of stuff that.
Just watch this. Watch this. It's.
What do you call the new water and ooze blast and oozinator?
Oh, yuck! Blech!
I have seen this commercial.
And of course, awesome. The new Oozinator
That's what
Blaster
the
Bomb Super Soaker. Each
Deso
book
Beast
required.
does.
Refill salt
Isn't that
separate.
awesome?
I think the Discord picked that up. The recording. Because I just played through Discord. Oh my god. Yep, that's... Yeah, I have seen that. The Oozinator Deso Beast. Oh god.
So this is what I think of every time I look at this guy, and it makes me laugh. And I like that. So... Yeah, all the people hating on this thing, yeah, it's stupid.
I don't think anyone's
also,
hating...
fuck you,
Oh.
I like it.
I don't think anyone's hating on it.
I've had a few people who, like, violently dislike this thing, and
Like,
my
for its
response
model
is, yeah, it is
design or for-
stupid, I like it.
For its model design or for its stat or what it's doing on the table?
Oh, the way it looks.
Oh, it is wild. I love it because it's so
Yeah.
it's very much Spires. It's very much under Spires. It very much screams like all the sick crap that's going on in Spires.
Yeah, it's the
Because
Oozinator
like
commercial.
it doesn't like show very well with all the gross, terrible things with like the Avatara, the clones and drones. Like the closest you get is Deso drones, and you get the monstrosity with the Incarnate Sentinels. Like there's bits and pieces of there. Now this is like just legit. Here's the biohorror of what's
Just a
underneath
monster.
the Spire. Like this is something from people's nightmares. I love them.
Look at this meat experiment. I could not flush it down the toilet.
Oh my god.
This is like what crawls out of your toilet when your French roommate tries to flush the like meat experiments.
Oh, fucking Jesus. What's this? It's a meat experiment. What?
Should I tell the story quickly?
No, we don't have enough time. It's like,
Okay.
We got Deso Drone and Consumption Beast, and then we're done. We don't need like a
Okay.
20-minute story of the French meat experiments.
Oh yeah, no, I would tell it quickly, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
okay.
people really gotta let that sink in of what that is.
Anyways, when your toilet is clogged and you're
Oh,
wondering
God damn it, we're
did somebody flush an abortion, and then you pull this thing out, you know, like you're like, hell yeah, that rules, you know. So that's
The Deso Beast in a flushed abortion. Jesus Christ.
I mean, thankfully it turned out to just be meat, but that's I didn't.
not better.
It was not apparent to me when I started. Anyways, move 6, volley 3, clash doesn't matter.
Yeah, if it's in melee, it's dying.
Yeah, 16 wounds,
D3R3.
D3R3, evasion 0. Okay, that all that stuff. Most of the clash. The volley 3 and the move 6 are probably the most important thing.
Yep.
Strain expression. Hypercatalytic discharge. I'm telling you, it's the Oozinator. Enemy regiments cannot use their evasion characteristic when making defense rolls against the regiment's volley actions. Oh, that feels good. Yeah, take it right in your E stat. Okay, so
We're
this
talking
thing,
about its special rules. Lethal 8, Dread, Trample 6, Barrage 12, Range 16. That's important with AP2.
Yep.
So if
The
you're
AP2,
D2, E2,
yeah.
you are dead. Every hit is a kill.
Yep.
If you are basically... Anytime anything is like, if you're getting the defense to 0, they're insta dying. They can't use their evasion.
One other thing we need to go over: visceral bombardment.
Yeah,
when performing a volley action, each unmodified roll of 1 immediately inflicts a hit to every other enemy regiment currently within 3 inches of the volley's target. These additional hits benefit from this regiment's armor-piercing X special rule, as well as the strain ability should it be active. These additional hits do not trigger morale tests. Which, I mean, a ranged attack shouldn't, generally speaking. That means if you find a nice cluster of these units all packed together, you're like, sup, girl. And then you hit them with the Oozinator. And then everybody is making the Oozinator face when they get hit with the Oozinator. And then you laugh.
Oh, God. Yeah, this is a good range beast. It is a heavy, though, so it's coming on pretty late. But it does have a gun.
But you have the Merchant Prince.
Well, it's coming on in turn 3, and then it's run out the table.
Yeah,
Like,
but also, if you have something else that's a heavy, you have the Merchant Prince. Like, it's fine.
You use the fate dice to guarantee more ones, so you can virus oozinate people to death.
Oh, no, I mean, like, you coming on as a heavy, you either get to re-roll, or or he's coming on faster.
You
or
auto
whatever.
pick this thing. This is your auto pick, man.
Yeah, but then you can Vanguard it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're doing
Yeah.
it anyway. Yeah.
So you just keep printing money with the Merchant Prince. The Merchant Prince literally is just the more whatever Spires money is. Like I don't know, more
biomass.
Yeah, more biomass. Oh, just spraying that biomass all over the place, making it rain literally with the Oozinator. Yeah, this thing rules. Okay.
Wow, it does not. Yeah, it does not care what type of regiment. It's just you get. Yeah.
Yep.
Richard print. Yeah, he's printing money with the ones on the attack rolls to get more of that bombardment, and to get the Vanguard to run this thing up. Yeah, no, it's good. Merchant Prince. I like it. I like that it shits on evasion because there's a lot of evasion in the game.
Hell yeah.
I like what it's doing. I like how there's counterplay to it from the Versal bombardment where you just. Well, it's gonna shoot that.
Don't be tight.
Yeah, you gotta loosen her up.
Yep.
You gotta be tight and loose at the same time. That's how you could use the EDM gear.
Oh man.
It was Attack on Titan. I think that was the abridged version from Team Force.
That rules.
Oh, so good. He's good. 230. You're kind of paying a bit for him, but like it's kind of justified for what you can.
He's gonna do work.
Bastard. Yeah.
He's doing the thing. Okay.
He doesn't like getting shot back at, and he doesn't like getting into melee. Don't let that happen. He'll be printing you money like the Merchant Prince.
Yep.
Right, Consumption Beast. Give me a kiss.
Ooh, this guy is not printing as much money.
You know what? I think he's still in a really good spot. 200 points. He's 20 more points than the Abomination.
He's a medium. The medium helps out a lot.
Yep. Unstoppable, Cleave 1, Impact. So he's movement 8, what's good. He's Clash 2, not so good, but we can fix that. I'm pretty sure somewhere in here. 10 attacks, 20 wounds, R4, D2, E2. He's going to take a lot of damage from just hits, especially from range attacks, what he's not going to like. He kind of wants to sit back and just kind of hang out. His strain is Dread. I don't think you're ever straining with him, to be honest.
So the thing about Dread is that this guy's whole gimmick is he comes on with damage, and then you like use strains around him, and then it feeds him, and then when he's full, he's like a little happy. He becomes a happy little guy, and he just gets +6 attacks and
always Dread. His strain is always activated.
Yeah, so then he just has Dread, and I don't know, you just feed him with Force-Grown Drones or something. Yeah,
and his targets are anything size 2 or less, because Endless Hunger will give him +1 Clash and give him Terrifying 2. So that's how you fix.
And if you have
Clash.
a Ferromancer Warlord, you could be hitting on like, you can't quite.
You go to 4 roll 6s. Yeah, that's still good on 16 attacks. Leave 1 with Terrifying 2. Like it's good. He's interesting. Like, he's got a unique
E2, E2, Resolve 4, 20 wounds. If he gets healed up all the way. I don't know. He's okay.
It doesn't take very long to heal him as well. Because you can strain marksman clones, you can train Force-Grown Drones, there's 4. You train marksman, you train Force-Grown Drones, oh look, there's 8. Or you
need 4 activations.
Yeah. But you can do it over, like he shows up turn 2, you heal him,
you do 2. Then
2 or 4 wounds on turn 2.
Then 2 more on turn 4.
Yeah, like the weird thing with his heals is that you kind of don't want to. You want to sit at 18 until the moment he has to do work, because he loses his healing ability. So if he takes some chip damage and drops down to 15, you can heal that back up. But if you hit 20 and then took some damage and dropped down to 17, it's like, okay, well now you're just taking damage. You can't heal that back up anymore, and now he's gonna go in, do some work, and then he's already damaged on the way in.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the game to play. Maybe it's not. He's not out yet.
This guy,
people don't have him, so that'll matter when people actually get play with him. But I like him. He's cool.
So he is cool with this caveat. He's like a build around piece. If you take him, you have to build the rest of your army around him, or like a good chunk of it around him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only thing. Whereas, like, I don't know, Brutrons, I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I throw them in and they're good. I don't have to think about anything else. Like, I'm just like, Brutrons go burr. This guy, you gotta like do a bunch of stuff, and you gotta like, it's a little finicky. And that's why I'm hesitant about him. Like, I don't know. And then it's like, okay, as long as it's not a monster he's attacking, you're also like doing fine, but then that Apex runs around and, you know, gets your booty, and that's 200 points gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, he's good, but I think the real star of this dual kit is the Deso Beast. Like,
100%. But I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm gonna buy one of these, and I'm gonna build a Deso Beast, and I'm not gonna build a Consumption Beast.
I wouldn't be surprised if people like the Consumption Beast. I think this guy has play. I think he works. He's cool.
Oh yeah, he has play.
But
I'm just saying.
Like, don't get me wrong. The Deso Beast is just way better.
Yeah, that's it. I'm like, look, I'm only going to spend money on one of these kits initially, and I'm going to build the Deso Beast 100%.
Yeah, got to get him that Oozinator.
Exactly. Also, making Oozinator jokes the whole time is going to basically justify his existence in my army.
This is what I get to live with. Woo! Okay.
Look, I like hitting him with the seed. There's one other, the seed and the weavers, and then now I can make the Oozinator jokes. It's awesome. What's the last unit?
That's it.
There's one other one.
No, there isn't. Yeah, that's it. That's the bottom of the PDF.
Okay, cool.
You want to talk about command models?
Spires.
What do you do about command models? Reroll 6s on Clash and Volley, Assault Perceptor, War Perceptor, gain Tenacious 1 addition. At the end of an action, which an enemy origin. Oh, they get Tenacious 1. It's not reroll 6s. I'm sorry, guys.
Yep.
Still, Tenacious 1 on Bound Clothes is very good.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Once per round, at the end of an activation, enemy regiments can be moved within 8. The regiment may immediately perform an out-of-sequence march of 2 in any direction. It's not allowed to wheel. Okay, cool, interesting. Give yourself a little bit of extra distance. Yeah. Ward Perceptor.
It's okay.
Fine. Catabolic Node, it explodes.
Catabolic Node is good.
Yep.
Fate Dice that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Spires, they're good. It's okay.
I think Spires is currently power level is around 100k. I think it's going to do well.
Okay.
I think it's fixed a lot of the Rube Goldberg machine crap that was in Spires, and it's got a lot of solid choices now, and I think people will quite enjoy it. And I think people are currently in the Wild West of Spires, of really trying to figure it out and what to do. So
now, I just want them to balance the rest of the game around this kind of power level, and I will enjoy it again.
Yeah,
it will be good.
Yeah, I agree. I think
maybe they'll do
rework
that.
for Spires does not have play into the top 4, but casually, you're going to be fine. You're going to enjoy yourself. And I mean that
it's fun.
Local stuff. And yeah, you're going to have fun.
It's fun to play. Just don't get caught up in, don't play Spires to be competitive, to win tournaments. Like, you're better off just playing something that is stronger. And there are many factions that are just stronger. It's fine. But if you just want to, do okay and have fun, they're a cool faction. They have a cool aesthetic. They're fun to play.
Yeah.
You can Oozinate people.
I still believe you could win 12, 16, 20-person tournaments.
You can win your local tournaments.
Yeah, you could win a good size event with Spires.
Till you hit that top 10%. The only problem that I have is one of the players who is in the top 10% is in my local meta. So
traveling is good for you. I get it. Not everybody can travel, but if there's an event happening 2 hours away from your meta with a different group, go. It'll be fun. Carpool, do whatever, have some fun for the weekend. If it's 3 hours away, cool. Maybe you gotta take a day trip. Like Skillen and I have driven down to Calgary to play in events. Gone to Saskatoon to play in events. Stayed for the weekend. Stayed at Lena, the Vanguard /TO for Alberta.
Yeah, that was a super fun event.
Yeah, we stayed there at her place. You can make friends and stay in people's homes to reduce costs. Saskatoon Jeff, the Vanguard for Saskatoon, stayed in his basement.
You know what's wild about the Calgary trip? I don't remember any of the games, but I just remember hanging out with Liana
and her partner,
and hanging out at the Sentry Box, and it was awesome. And like I had a super
and
good
Shadow
time.
the Hedgehog. By the way,
Yeah.
but for deep lore about the Canadian Conquest scene, Lena, the Vanguard /TO for Western Canada, has a 1-to-1 scale Shadow the Hedgehog. That thing stares into my soul at night. Like it is wild, this thing. There's a photo of me holding it, and it's just like its head is bigger than my torso. Yeah, have some fun. Travel. Go like
Yeah, again, like the thing is
really
like
just have some fun. Like fuck, I don't know how to
yeah,
explain
have
that
fun
more.
and like improve at the game and enjoy it. Like and you'll like it will make your life better. That's really the core of what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I still try and play well. I try and get as many rules as I can correct. Try and make as less mistakes as I can. Not gonna get them all the time. I've accepted that fact. But every time I do make a mistake, I can correct it for the next game or into the future. And go on with my life and try and play things I enjoy and try and do things I like painting. Painted that Nord's Army, love that by the way. Contrast paints were great.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it yet,
funny.
the Apex Concreter video is out. Painting that guy with the army painter markers was a lot of fun. And then
I was impressed
making a
with how it
block of
turned out
concrete.
actually.
Oh man, it's great.
The actual just the concrete itself, the pillar that you made for it is pretty impressive, but actually just like the way that the paint scheme turned out, like for using those markers, I was like, damn, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna do. I have that Weavers box. I'm gonna do Weavers with the markers. I think that'll be fun.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
The moss
I
are gonna
think-
look cool.
Okay, this is my thoughts on Weavers. I want to go with like, I want them to be like white with like color highlighting, or like you know what I mean. So they're mostly white, but with like other colors on them as like an accent color.
I think that would be cool. My issue with that is that painting white is terrible. I don't.
Oh, I know, but you've seen
I
my
don't think it's
Spires
gonna be
army, right?
Yeah, but what did you actually do to achieve that?
Like several coats. Yes.
Yeah. So I rather just not
However,
paint white.
You know that one Incarnate Sentinel I have that's painted in the white? That one, I used contrast paints to get that white, and it was relatively low effort. So I'm going to do a test. I'm going to do a test. I'm going to see if I can do like the ghost weavers.
I'm going to do mine Jungle Royale, and it's going to be whatever I do. It's markers.
I don't know. This is also just kind of like local stuff, but like I'm pretty excited. Finally, the local game store has like been working with me recently to get like a demo thing going. We got stock in our local store, and
by the way, our local store is Muson Games. Muson Games, Winnipeg, Manitoba. Those are our locals. Want to give a shout out to that store. They have stuff. Come down.
And the one lady working there is really enthusiastic about it and is like pumped about organizing the learn to play thing. So I am pumped about it. Even like it's kind of like making me excited for the game again. Honestly, when otherwise it's good.
I think having like a strong local scene really helps.
For sure.
In the days of what the fuck is going on at the top end of the game. Because like I'm not
competitive
gonna lie,
conquest is weird right now.
Yeah, I enjoyed playing Robert Shepard's 100K list. I think it's a good strong list. And
it's a good list,
and it's not like your opponent doesn't look at it and go, "Wow, I'm going to lose," because it's just bullshit. It's like, this is okay. I should be able to deal with all these things, and then it's like, I can't because there's a lot of them, and my opponent has 5 characters.
The blessed on everything is actually quite scary.
Blessed on everything, speed +2 on everything, the Elysium Fragment Bomb on the big block of Men-at-Arms. The noble lords list. Do a lot of damage themselves. There's a lot of just stuff kind of running around and being annoying and can hold things off. Like, it's got a lot of tech. And when I saw Robert play that, talk about it for HeroCon, I was kind of like, Robert Shepard, what are you doing? And then seeing Nick play it and then playing it myself, I'm like, why did I ever say
I will never doubt you
Robert
again?
Shepard? Yeah, why did I ever doubt? I can't doubt this man. He's too good. Yeah.
Well, I actually got to go, so.
So let's wrap her up. Okay, so thank you for listening to our Spires. Thank you for listening to us talk about YouTube comments. Thank you for listening to us talk about a little painting and local stuff. I hope everyone had a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed this and found it informative. Leave some comments. YouTube, watch this anywhere you get podcasts, Apple, Spotify, wherever. Join the BonkTable Discord in the description below. And lastly, BonkCon, June 6th and 7th. I think we're at 26 players still.
Oh, cool.
Some people joined. A couple people had to drop, as is tradition. But we're still going strong. Come on down to Winnipeg. We're doing it at a Legion. We can drink there. We can play a bunch of games. If we hit 32, I can open up for bigger. And I hope everyone has a blast there. Currently, right now, is the largest Canadian event. I have more physical regiment boxes for prize support than I do have players. Some of you guys are going to be walking out with more, like with 2 box plus. Parabellum is going to send us some stuff. What's going to be sweet. Hopefully get some cool ass monsters. Maybe I'll see what's on my shelf, what's still new in box, and throw that in there too. Bust it up. Donations. We're gonna fund this.
It's a clear in the closet space special.
Yeah. Mass, how much Conquest did you buy? A lot.
Too much.
Ask. Too much. So yeah.
Too much.
And with that, thank you very much. Thank you, Skillen. Had a blast.
Yeah.
Hope you guys all blessed. Bye.
Bye.